There we go.
Yay!
Now
We're voice live.
Yeah.
Not sure what we're going to be talking about today, though.
Yeah, I don't either. We were already BSing about a bunch of other stuff, like what
10 seconds ago.
like what would happen if Dave was being mugged by an anthropomorphic salad.
uh, Panda, do you have the audio recording over your do you have it live? Because I thought I heard like my voice.
Yeah, it was because I was listening to the music. I just turned it off. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah, I still haven't figured out a way for you guys to be able to hear music while we stream.
Oh, recording.
Oh, God damn it. I was like, un momento, everyone.
Sorry, it didn't hit me until.
Recording in progress.
There we go.
Okay.
Oh, Ellie says she has mad knowledge about bear attacks.
Mad bear attack. Damn. That's oddly specific. Why?
Yes,
Well, we have a list of things that you should probably consider based off of bear attack knowledge that I can get for you right now.
don't try to ninja the bear. You ain't.
I've got them
Ricky
all
Maru.
written down on my phone so that I have them at easy access at any point in time.
Fucking bear rules. That is the inside joke of inside jokes.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
That and the Velo Cliff, but yeah.
The Velo Cliff. The Velo
The
Cliff.
Velo Cliff.
The Velo Cliff. Anyways.
Oh, also, I'm gonna mute my voice to the stream so that only you guys can hear me. I'm gonna let you guys keep voice live, so don't be spoiling what I tell you. The stream chat isn't supposed to know, okay? But I had an idea for a thing to do once we're affiliate eligible, of a thing to run. Okay?
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Panda has like a terrible smile. I'm terrified.
Oh, he always gets that when he's not supposed to divulge information.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh, okay.
Right.
I mean, would it still be with us or?
Yeah,
with...
it'd be with you guys. My voice is now live again. No spoilers. Don't be going and telling everyone. Hand up, looking at you.
Yeah. I'm not messaging somebody currently.
You're not messaging JB right now.
Ellie says her favorite casual geographic quote regarding bears is, "If it's black, fight back. If it's brown, get on the ground. If it's white, you're gonna die."
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
That was the
Casual geographic's great.
the only thing I heard was like, if it's black, fight back. If it's brown, you're in the ground. Because like, yeah, you're nah. Like, if it's a grizzly, you're probably dead.
Look, whatever you do, just don't try to eat back at the bear.
Yeah.
Dave is looking at the bear rules.
Oh,
I am. That's rule number 28.
All voices. Oh, no. So Ellie, the voice that was not supposed to be audible was
mine.
Yeah.
Just me. I only muted my voice. I wanted you to hear their reaction to the suggestion that I made in secret.
So, we're not going to divulge. The GM does not want us to divulge.
Yeah, but it's a special thing that I'm sure you'll all love. But we won't do that until we hit 50 followers on Twitch.
Conrad Griffin knows what's up.
Then we'll start bullying people to do the other things that Dave is always plugging, that he works really hard on. You know, I don't know, Facebook or whatever.
Oh,
sure.
Yeah, those things.
I was still reading the bear rules. Like, rule number 53 is the bear is not your territory. And rule 54 is don't pee on the bear. Which I think that rule is entirely because of me. But then...
Oh, Ellie, do you not know the links for like the Facebook and the...
They're on the Twitch page.
They are on the Twitch page. They're named weird stuff because I can't do anything normal. But
Rule 61 is entirely because of Crispy, though, which is do not whisper sweet nothings into the bear's ears.
yeah,
Happy birthday,
That's
Crispy.
100% a Crispy. Yeah.
that is 100% a Crispy rule. But oh my gosh, yeah. So we should probably get going.
You're probably right.
We're almost 15 after, but or at least get our faces up, which they are.
Oh.
Now. Hello, everybody.
Oh no!
Faces
Here's
are
a
here.
panda-specific rule, which is don't bear blast the bear.
Yeah.
But the most important rule is don't read this to the bear. No, that's not the rule. But that is one of my favorite rules. The most important rule is that
Ellie says always whisper sweet nothings. They get really mad if you shout.
oh no, I was gonna say the most important rules are rules 81 through 89, which all involve sprinkles. Those are,
Oh my
yeah.
gosh!
those are the best rules.
I actually get those ones.
Yeah, those are the best ones.
Yep.
Those are my favorite.
I like the sprinkle ones.
Oh my god.
That's what I was looking for, was the section that is just about sprinkles. And has become a running joke through our
Just don't have
life
sprinkles.
at
Yeah.
this point. Yeah, that's rule 87.
That's the
Don't own
easiest
sprinkles.
They can.
But rule 89 is
What?
don't eat sprinkles. They know.
They can. They know. Yeah. Yeah.
Is one of them that they can smell your heartbeat, or is that just
Yes.
included in another
Yes,
rule? Yeah.
that is a rule. Because bears can smell your heartbeat. I had just passed it a minute ago, so yeah, it's rule 71. Bears can smell your heartbeat. Yeah.
Yeah. Which just seems more like advice than a rule, but I think it works.
Yeah.
It's just like, by the way,
Good.
fun fact, or not so
Just so
fun
you know.
fact.
Don't give a bear a Sega Dreamcast. That's rule 95.
I did not remember that.
They would definitely need like the OG Xbox, like the Duke controller, because their bare hands are so large.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Or do
I
you
feel
think?
like that's also just something we have to do one time, is just read the bear rules for no reason, just out of context, like randomly, just start inserting
I
them
feel
into
like
something.
that's a thing you're about to do anyway.
Oh no, I'm gonna give the recap.
That's true. You should give the recap. Speaking of about bears, last weird thing. Shout out to Tier Zoo. If you haven't looked up Tier Zoo's YouTube channel, it's TIER. Like a tier list, and then zoo, like going to the zoo. Dope YouTube channel. Especially if you like animal facts and video games. Anyway, go ahead, Dave.
This recap brought to you by Diet Shasta Cola. Anyways, that's just because I'm drinking it. All right, last time we started off that the little injured burb that Samuel got is doing a little bit better, but is still not up to full strength. So he's decided not to share with the rest of the group that he has a burb, or name the burb yet, apparently. And then we got to talk with. We got to talk with whatever his name is now. I forgot. Eofor. There we go. When we went to the, what was the name of that inn place that we went? Something Moon.
Oh, the Sunken Moon restaurant.
Thank you. Sunken Moon. So we were there. We were talking to him when we were there. And he was telling us that he's got a job at, is it Mojuk? Did I spell that right? The apothecary?
Yes, you did.
Okay, Mojuk. Okay, cool. So Mojuk, the apothecary, he's got a job working there since obviously the shop, Draza's shop, is closed now because there's no one to run it, not even fake Draza. But basically, he said, he can give us a deal on potions and stuff. And Lamia was asking like, how much per potion? So and I was like, why are you asking? You just bought potions. Completely just not caring about the ridiculous ripoff that happened. I mean, ripoff is subjective. They're high quality designer potions. But yeah,
Unless they heal me more, I don't care.
that is a completely functionist view. All right, form has a something. I don't know. I don't really care about that argument. I'm just being silly. Anyways, so that he also warned us that the guy, the apothecary Mojuk, has a pet wolf. So to kind of let him know before we go there. But I learned some more stuff about the guy who wants to buy out the lease of the shop, and he's from Hearth Modrek, and they're apparently pretty rough and tumble people, and we learned quite a bit about them with going to talk to the landlord's son, who is Donut Creed?
Danut Creed, yeah.
Danut. Okay. I was like, it's so much harder to pronounce that off of just what I wrote. But anyways, he's the landlord. So the guy who's possibly going to buy it is Patro of Hearth Modrek, and he made his fortune basically being a loan shark. And he kind of was just a regular, normal level thuggy dude till he met his wife Tressa, and they apparently just kind of like built an empire together and got real scary over the thing. And I was told essentially if you aren't their friends or whatever, you're gonna lose your toys basically. So our landlord though has said he's not going to sell out from under us or anything like that, but consider the offer. Then actually a little bit before that, but then we went and found Rahala, because a little bit before that, Lamia had asked me to finally help find where Rahala was because she had been looking and couldn't. And so it just took a couple hours. Found out she's been in Fey Alley doing a play, small group of actors. People seem to like it. It's a play from Sanguk about the rapture of the Rhyme Queen. And there's all these rumors about people disappearing in Fey Alley when the rain starts. And the place that they were doing it is called the Coincaller. And we learned, I think before this, I had learned that Hattie's mom works there. And we also know they have a big gathering to share cool, spooky stories. And it's a really cool place. So we decided to go there so we could catch up with Rahala and maybe, get some entertainment and enjoy that. While we were there, we saw her. She's talking with her theater buddies and, all having a dramatic retelling about the Storm Hashen, which those of you is giant chicken.
Chicken.
The Storm Chicken. Anyways, the Storm Hashen. And we're all just hanging out, kind of having a good time. And then after this performance, Sam kind of starts being weird, and he hears this weird singing, and he goes towards the stage, and this just lady forms out of the mist, and then all of a sudden he gets snapped out of it, and we leave. And we just kind of go home. Oh, I guess I forgot to mention before that we did talk to Hattie's mom, and she is asking if we can maybe set it up or not have anything so that Hattie can go on a trip with her to Roroa in the next month. And I was like, yeah, that sounds fine, all's good. But we kind of had a nice chit chat with her. So then we all go back. Sam had a weird dream with the Miss Lady. Lamia has a super badass dream with a wolf and a tiger and hunting something, and she woke up, she still had really shitty sleep. That's pretty much it. I don't think we had anything really else. Sam did kind of see some stuff before the Mist Lady, just when we were like walking around Fey Alley. And we had also talked about going to the scary storytelling thing because I thought that would be fun. But and Rahala is going to work for us now, probably. She's like, oh yeah, I could use a job. And I told her just come on by and have Mayor drop some paperwork, and boom. So just going to do some stuff for us. I think that's it, unless I forgot something.
Average Bear says he recalls Sam dying. So, Panda, you have to introduce your new character.
Oh, too bad.
I don't remember that 100%.
Shame.
But I'll believe JB.
Shame.
I guess we gotta get a new ranger.
Yeah, we'll pivot into a new character stream. Let's go.
So
All right.
Ranger Mark II.
Yes, Electric Burglar. His name is. Let's see. The first one is Sam Mule, so this one will be Sam Shores.
I thought you were just gonna say another thing and then Mule instead of Sam, but
yeah, Dan Mule.
Yeah, exactly.
Dan Mule.
Dan Mule.
But anyway, yeah, I believe Dave has appropriately summarized.
Cool. I agree. Anything else you guys want to add though before we get going? There's another problem with having my light on, as I can see all the other distractions in my room.
Right. I already got my fidgeting dice out, so no, I have my notes are pretty much a bunch of backstory on the guy who wants to buy our house that I don't think anybody's entirely enthralled with at the moment. For a recap, that's not exactly recap material. Or by I say my house, but my office building. I just happen to also live there.
You do also happen to live there. Okay.
Wow.
Then cool. Yeah, we'll get rolling.
Oh, I do actually have one more thing. I gave them
Go
their
for it.
money
You did pay him finally.
from the job, and I was basically like, just whatever happens at this point, it's your money and you're responsible for it. So have fun. But yeah.
Which reminds me, did you end up paying Rahala anything?
Yeah, I gave her money out of the treasury too. Let me see what I wrote down because I definitely gave her like 100 gold out of the treasury. Let me double check that
I need to put
pulled
that
it out of
toward.
the treasury.
I need to put that toward her furthered education. If you did, don't know if you looked at her sheet, but it has stuff on it.
I have not,
Jamie
but
asked
yes,
if you-
I did, and it is deducted from my treasury. So
100.
yeah, I gave her 100.
JB asks if you have a new mic.
Oh, new mic.
You sound different.
I have had a new mic since Christmas. I have been trying to get it to work, and I moved it today. So, is it different good or different bad or different the same? You know, like I don't know. Different the same was a stupid thing to say, so ignore that one.
Different the same. Yes, vanilla, but experiment.
I can tell it's different, but it's same difference.
Alright, so, that's not how you. 100 has.
Only 2 zeros.
I typed so many things that weren't 100 trying to change that number.
It was sounding very in your mouth a minute ago, but so it sounds good now, is what JB says.
Weird. Okay, I don't know.
Oh yes, I did do my poncho making. You're right, Ellie.
Lamia did do her poncho making. That is true.
I was going to finish Hattie's today, but that's once I get to the point.
I don't know. It probably is more of a difference on whether I'm like projecting or not. So I don't know.
Yes.
We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm not.
you-
An octal.
You sound fine to me, Patrick.
Okay, Chris Bean.
That's
They
good.
did it.
But how I sound to you guys in Zoom versus how I sound on the stream is not the same
I guess that's true.
because there's different filters and crap. But anyway, yep. If you haven't checked out Rahala's sheet, do so at some point because
I
it's
did.
got stuff that she can do.
Oh. This is an
And-
updated picture.
Well, yeah, the other one was kind of just generic. So.
Yeah.
No,
Quit being such a fucking simp, Jesus Christ.
Why? Yeah.
Good.
Like pretty lady. Okay.
my.
It's got his like 3 Achilles heels in there.
Jesus fuck. Okay.
Dark
anyway.
haired goth.
Oh my goodness. Here, fine.
Can kick your ass.
Hold on.
I mean, that's not his Achilles heel. He just likes that.
Oh, okay.
It's missing one thing
Cast
though,
the
which
spell
is
to shrink her.
spiders. Anyways,
Yeah.
it's missing
keep that.
spider toward.
Yeah, she's not gonna get that.
There you go.
So
For the chat, it should be on screen now. Or no, it isn't because I am not on that. There we go.
No.
Now,
aha.
now there. All right. Click that
Yeah.
away. And then, oh yeah, you can see the screen that they always chill on. Now, all the shenanigans they get up to.
Yes, shenaniganery.
You can see my frog in the bottom left corner.
Yeah.
Sanic. Sanic was right behind your head, stalking you.
I'll
Haunting
have to do that too. They can kind of see Sanic.
There he is. Sanic.
I have to move. I'd have to like rearrange the whole. Hold on, you know what? Forget it. I'll just move Sanic. No, I won't.
Yeah. No. We're gonna be jumping
He's purple.
in, so
Yeah.
that could be done another day.
We are, but this is important, Molly.
Okay. All right.
Importante.
There. Now,
Sanic.
in all of his glory. All right. Anyway, I guess we can probably just go back to the other screen now because, or we can stay here. Why not? Let's stay here. Let's treat ourselves.
Let's get 8-ball.
Yeah.
Watch
We
Miss
both thought
Gun
it.
Yeah, this is our every single stream. Like we have to do it once per stream at least, where we tell everyone to watch Mystery Team if you haven't, and if you have, just watch it again. It's a great movie.
Panda's adding stuff now.
Of course it is. Of course it is.
So the next morning, Lamia, you get up, of course, and you go and practice with Hattie.
Mhm.
Any RP you need to have there before we move on?
No, because I don't know about the plan of not having her.
That's true. Yes, you don't know about the trip because you were at the table.
So yeah, no specific
And
RP. Just actually one specific RP. Yesterday I started working on a gift for you. I should
gift?
finish it later today.
What? You're giving me a present?
Mm-hmm. You're doing a good job, and I
have
think
to get
that
you a present now.
no, Hattie,
Yes,
you're
I
fine.
do. I have to get you a present now, Lamia. I have to. What kind of presents do you like?
My parents would always ask me this, but I usually end up being kind of picky and just saying cheap things. So I guess I like cheap things. Like,
Cheap things.
how can I say this? Like a little ring that doesn't even have a really pretty stone on it, but it just fits nice. Or like
Cheap things. You can kind of tell she stopped listening.
She's
Keeps repeating cheap things to herself. And then she gets a big grin on her face and goes, I have an idea. Okay. You can get me a present now. I got a good idea. But you can't give it to me until next week.
Oh, well, okay then.
You have to wait until I have yours ready.
Okay, if that's how you want to do it, Hattie.
Mm-hmm.
But it should be finished today.
And I have to hurry. Okay. You should be ready, I think. I need to see how much money I have. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We have a lesson.
Cheap
Yep.
thing. How much money do I have?
Right? And yeah, that was the only RP.
Okay. Sam,
Yes.
anything you're doing?
Well,
I'm assuming you're checking on your bird, obviously.
yes, of course. Another day has passed. Yes.
Yep, we got a wool roll.
But Ginger. Loading. Okay. Full growth. Creep.
2%.
And I got a
Getting woolly.
Mm-hmm. She's almost to 50%. About as close as you can get to 50%, which would be 49%.
Yeah. Since we're not doing decimals, yeah. So, let's see. Jeez. Yes, so after a full night of bed rest, Bird is recovered.
Yay!
So when you get up that next morning, he's kind of perched on the windowsill. In fact, you probably wake up to him fucking with the curtain on it, trying to like be able to look outside. Doesn't make a lot of noise, as far as like chirps or anything like that. It's just you can hear him like rustling around with stuff. Seems to be exploring the room, so you can tell he's healthy.
You want to go out for a bit, friend? That's not me. I was like, tractor, truck.
Yeah, you forgot to do your exercises before.
Yeah. Well, hey there, friend. You want to go out and do some exploring? You get your wings a stretch?
Kind of does a little short hop, flutters over and lands on like the edge of the bed. Seems to be giving you an inquisitive look.
I'll open up the window and kind of you know what? Actually, let's go outside first. I'll give you a walk around the town from the Sam eye view. You can get your bird's eye view later, and I'll introduce you to Ginger.
Okay.
See if he'll chill on my shoulder or somewhere on me. If I have to, kind of carry him around on arm, I'll obviously wrap it a little bit better.
Right. Yeah, he can probably chill on your shoulder pretty easily. I forgot what other tricks you gave him. He's got Seek. But what else? I thought I put all of them down, but I guess I didn't.
I would have to look at my messages. Because I think it was... yeah, we didn't talk about much since. Quiet Watch, I believe. Because I have Seek.
I thought it was in our chat, but either way, yeah.
Because I was thinking of Attack and Bombard.
Oh, yeah. It starts with one, and you'll have to teach it the others, but we were trying to figure out what you might be trying to teach it. So yeah, it has the Seek trick.
Yeah, and I'm going to start on Quiet Watch, and then eventually to Bombard, I think is the order I'm going to go in.
Nice.
Bombard means he drops things on people.
Yeah.
which to me is really fun.
But no, I'd say it's not too difficult. Just for the sake of getting our first roll in here, go ahead and roll a handle animal at +4.
Handle animal. I pulled up everybody's sheet but mine.
Why?
Well, I had to look at Rahala's, and then I had to do Ginger's roll, and then I had to get the hawk. Handle animal at +5.
4.
4.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
21 total.
Yeah, you very easily get him to kind of hop, flutter up a little bit, and land on your shoulder and stay there.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Prestidigitation. Reading chat.
Yeah, read to yourself now. I
can't read.
Right? I almost answered that out loud while you were talking, so took me to think like, no, I should write down, and then you screwed it up.
No, so yeah, I'll get him perched up on my shoulder, and I mean, I know a little bit about like falconry in real life. Like, you need the hood form and stuff like that, so that way they don't just take off after Yorkies and other small critters that are basically vermin.
Yeah, and as far as you know, this is a wild hawk.
Yeah, so it might just be like, Cobalt, ha! Ah, yes, dinner.
Right.
But I don't know. I think out of the spells I have prepare, things I have listed that I can prepare, I guess I'll prepare Speak with Animals today, just in case. I can just be like, hey, no, I need you to really understand me right now.
Yeah, you could definitely do that. Give us a picture of how Sam prepares his spells for the day. Just keeping in mind that you are a divine caster.
Yes.
But it doesn't, to give you a little bit of premise here, it doesn't mean that you have to necessarily kneel and pray for spells, but there's some kind of ritual or something that you would do to kind of attune yourself to nature or to a deity or something like that.
I would say when I wake up, kind of doing my most normal routine of like basically what he's been doing since forever he can remember is he'd get up, he'd make his bed, he'd kind of clean up the room that he would, like his parents told him, his grandma told him to. Yeah.
Of course.
When he does that stuff, he just kind of adds in a little bit because they would usually, it doesn't necessarily, like you said, doesn't necessarily need to be a prayer, but they would always kind of have a thing when they would eat breakfast. They would always
kind of like saying grace or that kind of thing.
Saying grace type thing for breakfast because usually lunch was handled. Breakfast was a big like everybody come get your food, blah blah blah. We all say what we're going to do for the day and like hand out chores and stuff like that, and then we all say a little prayer to respective deities because we might have visitors there who don't necessarily worship the same people we do, which I was temporism, which was normal in Delantia, which is now kind of shifting a little bit to
bit more spiritual, a little like a almost animistic a bit.
Now going to Mr. Gaia a little bit because I'm like, oh, she's helped me out in a tight spot, so I guess I need to include her more. So we'll include her in my bit of thank you for helping me out in my times of need as you continue to watch over my family and friends, and please let Dave's dice tower get knocked over.
It will. It always falls like right before I get to all 20.
But
I was going to be a smart ass and say your preparation was going to be taking a mud bath.
Wow.
Oh, mud bath. Yes. No.
Just giving thanks and.
Yeah, basically just normal stuff in the morning. Yeah.
Okay. And I would say you do feel a bit of a difference when you do it now. There is a I'm trying to think of how to explain this in case there are people who've never really been religious listening, which I'm sure there have been. I'm sure there are. Normally when you do any kind of like introspective or like personal ritual, something to you that like either centers you or grounds you, there's always that kind of feeling of kind of wholeness that you get for a moment of just like you feel human again or whatever it is, whatever oomph that gives you is normal, but it can be pretty profound at times. Given that Sam has now legitimately seen the works of the divine, and knowing that somehow this literal goddess that he's never like met in person seems to have taken notice of him, there's a bit more of a profound sense you get about whenever you make these like prayers or you give these thanks. They feel more personal. So that feeling is exemplified a bit. It is expanded. It is more profound. You kind of feel like the whole body tingles when you're done for just a moment. It's kind of like warm, almost like sitting in front of a fire with like your family around, this like odd sense of like fellowship for just a moment whenever you kind of finish that ritual. And you can hear kind of your own thoughts echoed for a moment in that strange language you've learned. But it seems to persist. Like, you can let that out in some way into your spellcraft or into your spells. Let's see.
I know I'm a dog person, Patrick, is because when you said like a ritual that has you like feeling human again, my immediate thought was petting a dog.
Yes. Mm-hmm. I wake up in the morning and I pet Harley in the head and go, "Yes, who's a good boy?" Who's a smart boy?
Not him. No.
The head that big.
He's got a few things that he's like hyper intelligent about, and then on the other end, licking his own pee.
Weirdo dog. Excuse me. That went down the wrong hole. Oh.
You gonna
I'm
make
gonna
it?
go get a towel or something real quick because that's all over my TV screen.
Okay. Go, just close
You
your
want a
video. There we go.
microfiber? I got microfibers in here.
I
Alright.
guess you didn't catch him in time
There's
for that
towels in
question.
the hallway. So that's okay.
Yeah.
You'll be all right.
But a microfiber might work better for the screen, is why I offered that specifically.
Yeah, for sure. I think I have some. Anyway, so he's doing that. While we're on the subject of that, Eli, you also get spells.
I do. I think he did hear me because he just walked in here. Yeah, just take any of them. There's a whole basket of them. I have a lot of microfibers.
Does
Nerd.
Eli have any early morning rituals whenever his powers kind of come back to him?
I wouldn't necessarily call them a ritual as much as it is just like, I guess that technically qualifies it as a ritual, but I was going to say what you do normally when you wake up, which is, your first thing is get up, find anything to drink. Because
Yeah,
you're like, I haven't drank in 8 years. It's like, dude, you were asleep for 4 hours. Chill.
Right.
But it's like, so, just getting some water, washing his face, kind of like going through the normal day. But then it's all like lights off kind of thing. It's very much like in darkness. He starts his day is kind of the biggest thing is, especially coming back from when he was younger, he didn't always have an illuminated area to be in. He lived in a very small room, did not necessarily have lights. Candles were a precious resource. So it was one of those things where he just doesn't turn on any form of illumination at all until he goes outside to start his day. So that's his biggest thing, is just existing in that shadow realm of his own, like, closed off dark office for a little while.
I could honestly see, given what I know about his character, I could see the act of like getting dressed being kind of the most ritualistic part of it, especially because he wears formal clothing.
That is also probably true. I didn't even think of that because that's such a normal thing.
Right?
But yes.
And none of us on a daily basis wear, like, make ourselves up, really.
Cufflinks,
No, not at all.
and vest.
Yeah, I could see that being part of it.
England.
England. No.
England, yes. Sorry.
So you all go.
Sorry about that.
You all go through your various morning routines. And then let's see, Sam, are you going? Were you going to go? No, I think Eli was going to do the meeting by himself, right?
Yep. I sure was.
Let's see. So, and then Sam, were you mostly going to go and learn more about this bird?
Yeah.
Or did you have other plans?
Yeah, I'm going to go introduce currently unnamed bird to Ginger, and let them, I don't know, see each other, I guess. I don't know. It's like, hey, Ginger.
Oh, also, I need to, just in case the audience doesn't realize this, your hawk is not hawk-sized. It is a small creature.
Yeah.
So it's like the size of a child. So this is a big bird, like on your shoulder. This isn't like a tiny, tiny bird. It's bigger.
You gotta have
than a
new
normal
Babby
hawk.
meet the old Babby. That's what's gotta happen.
Just so everybody's visualization of that is correct. It's not a little bird on his shoulder. It's a big bird.
No. It's
Big Burb.
So it's even funnier.
He's Burb with a U instead of an I. He's the Burb.
Right? Maybe 2 R's.
hello, Father. I am Burb.
Caw! Anyway. So,
I wish we could put that GIF in the Twitch chat.
right? It's so much work to try to put it up on Streamlabs, and it'd probably freeze my screens.
Yes.
Fuck. But yeah, it's a big ass bird. But yeah, I mean, you introduce your 2 animal pals. They seem fine. There's a little bit of that wariness at first of like, the birds wonder like, how close am I gonna have to get to this fucking weird furry thing? And then of course Ginger's on the other end like, why is that knife bird look so nervous? Like,
I will
Like-
feed both of them at the same time. That way they kind of have that weird, like, oh, okay, he's giving us both treats type of, I don't know, like a good thing to show that, hey, we're all friends here, you know.
Yeah. I'm still gonna have you roll. So we're
Animal
gonna do
handling
another animal handling. Yep, or handle
Yeah.
animal +4.
plus foe.
See how well you facilitate their.
Hmm.
They seem mostly indifferent to one another, which isn't bad, right?
Yeah.
But that's worse than being, like unfriendly or hostile if we're looking at the tiers of disposition in Pathfinder.
Yeah.
So, Cobra Chicken. So the yeah, they're fairly indifferent to one another. They seem to be kind of like as soon as you start feeding them, they kind of have this almost energy of like, okay, I'm glad that's over. I can eat now. I don't have to worry about that thing. But goes fairly well. And then I guess you probably go and are you gonna get any specific gear? You are paid now, so I hope you added your money.
Yes, I did. Well, like I acquired a bow already. Got a new spear. Yeah, I'm gonna go after having to rig up my own tent. I'm gonna go buy a tent.
So if you're
I
gonna buy
forgot I
some
didn't
stuff,
have-
just put together like a quick list of things you want to get,
Okay.
and we'll run over that here in a little bit. For Lamia, what else? What are you gonna do with your day?
Well, I'm gonna finish the poncho,
Mhm.
and then I
That'll
guess
take a few hours.
yeah, and then I guess after that point, I'll just explore. Oh wait, actually no, that's right. There's
Well,
jobs, and he
there
said
are.
we could do the jobs.
Yep.
So I guess I would go find Samuel after that to see if he would be interested in joining me on a job or not.
Okay. It's gonna take you like 4-ish hours to finish the poncho, so
Alright. So I have
likely the
time.
meeting will be over by then too if you wanted to reconvene. But okay,
Yeah.
so you're gonna
Okay.
work on that.
Yep.
I believe, I wasn't gonna have you roll again. You're just gonna spend the time doing it. Cool. So then we'll cut back over to Eli. As you know, someone should be coming by today.
Right. Yes.
Do you do anything to prepare for that? Other than just like, where the fuck is this guy?
That's probably, honestly, all I'm gonna do. Yes. No, I will probably I will do the bare minimum of like good hostery, which is like set out some cheese and crackers or something, like kind of have it like set up where I'm sitting and waiting, fingers steepled, like expecting them to walk in kind of thing. Just like anytime now.
Okay. At a certain point while you're doing that, Hattie kind of bursts into the room, gives you a very hurried hello, and like sets a small like little bundle of what looks like some like sweet bread and some other things from the bakery down in front of you. She says, "Hi boss, that's for you. I have to go do it." And then like she gets almost all the way back there and stops when she hears the loom going. Damn it. Okay. I'll get the other thing first. And it turns around and runs back toward the door. Like, she's halfway out of it and goes, "Oh, did you need me to do anything?
I can't think of anything.
Do you want me to be here for the meeting in case you guys need stuff?"
Nah, we should be fine. Did your mum chat to you about going on a trip? Because you might need some time off.
A trip? No.
Yeah. Oh, well, you should go chat with your mum. That's what you can do for me.
Wait, okay. I think I know what this is about. I don't like boats! She turns and walks out. I hate the water. Door closes.
Wheels turning in my head of like, if I ever need to run away from Hattie, I know what to do now.
So
I have all the horses. You're on the wrong side of the river.
God, that movie's so good. Anyways.
So you wait. A few minutes go by. Door opens. A kind of skinny, bedraggled looking young man kind of walks in for a second and stops. I think I'm in the wrong place. Is this... You don't sell food here, do you? I don't know, I'm in the
No.
wrong place.
Yeah,
Mind if I have one of those crackers, though?
go for it.
Thanks, mate. Takes one. Cheers. Closes the door.
Just kind of look around. Like,
It's quiet.
am I on a prank show? Like, that's the look. It's like, was that a bit? Are they messing with me?
More time passes. It's getting to be about... It's around 9:30 in the morning at this point.
At this point, I will be bored and I will be playing with like Hunter's Gambit dice on a table, like I am doing right now. I will just be sitting there rolling Hunter's Gambit dice, bored, like going, no, well, if they do that, then I can do this. Oh, that was a dumb choice. Well, then, just like.
You've been sitting there for probably about an hour at this point. And finally, the door opens again. And an older, kind of wiry built demi-man in what looks like this really nice looking, kind of dark, like almost like navy colored blue robe, like fur kind of down the front of it. You can see he has some jewelry, like just some fairly modest looking jewelry, like a ring on each of his fingers. There's like a kind of a bronze, like colored looking necklace around his neck. He comes in, and as he's walking in, you see him kind of move his hand slightly, and like kind of throws it backwards. You see all the rain and such kind of fling off his body back out the door, and the door closes behind him. Just Eli, I presume.
That would be me. Welcome.
Yes. Apologies for being late. I had a bit of a hold up on the road. I am Anki Umil of Hearth Modrek.
Pleased to meet you. Hey, have a seat. We've got some snacks if you like. I could fetch some water, wine, coffee.
He has a seat, and you see him pull a little sheaf of papers out from under his robe, place them on the desk in front of you, and says, I trust you've been informed of why I'm here.
Well, yes, I was told that you'd like to purchase my lease out on this building, essentially.
Minor corrections. I am merely a messenger, working a deal, as it were. It is my employers and, dare I say, my family wishes to purchase this. If you've heard of Hearth Modric, then you know that our offer will be generous and likely that you serve to work with us rather than reject it. And that is not meant to be threatening, merely that in this sort of climate here, there are likely better places to do business. We can weather storms better than smaller mom-and-pop shops, as it were. All of that said, the offer here for the buyout of your lease is 2,000 gold pieces. And in an effort to make certain you aren't left without lodging, there is a property in Seltans that belongs to the Modric house. That would be yours. It comes with a couple of acres of farmland as well. There are a few helping hands who we would transfer their contracts over to you. It would set you up quite nicely. It is also a trade hub and far away from, well, the brewings of war. It merely requires a signature, and we will take the rest of it to your landlord.
Well, that seems very generous and quite kind of you, but I've never been much of a farmer, bit of a city kid. So, I think I'll, try my luck, stick with what
nice.
I've got.
Of course. Now, I should tell you, you will not have to be a farmer, sir. That's what the helping hands are for.
I never had much need for those. So, I think I'm good. I like this place. I've lived here a couple of years now. I'd like to keep it that way.
He looks around. You like this place?
Yeah.
Well, to each their own, though. I'm sure you know that your reputation in these parts is as difficult to fix as for a foreigner. Are you sure there aren't better things you could be doing? Especially if you had enough time to amass passive wealth a few easy years before you jump back into some other endeavor.
Well, look, I've never been much for books or money. That goes to my wonderful employee, Mia, who's quite good with the monies. I pretty much just enjoy the job. I like what I do. And I like the people I encounter in this line of work. And I'm not much one for setting up passive income. Did you know that if you choose the snake as your primary, you're far more likely to run into some interesting, I guess, situational decisions because you don't have the ability to manipulate the board rules like somebody who has a wolf or a hawk. There's all these different things in games. And in business, much like Hunter's Gambit here, is a game. And I'll tell you what, when you can manipulate where and when you move the dice, you change the game. But when you just play with your slot and worry about what you can control, you make other people make the moves for you. If that makes any sense. That's what I'm trying to do. So I'll just stay here.
Well, I can have nothing but respect for a shrewd businessman and someone who is so married to their craft. But let me ask you a very direct question, Mr. Wasif. Can you afford it? Can you really afford to keep this business running? There is competition coming.
That'll be fine. There's been competition before. There'll be competition later. I'm not worried about it. Well, I feel like that's what everybody says.
Well, very well. I am authorized to increase the offer to 3,000 gold pieces. And that is a 50% increase, and far more than this property is worth. Even once the rent goes up, because, well, it'll be a known entity that this place is now valuable. Despite that.
I don't know. So, first off, value judgment is entirely subjective. Secondly, is my rent only worth that much to me? I don't think so, seeing as I made 3,000 on my last job.
But it's only on the big jobs, isn't it?
Sure, but I made that in a fraction of the time. If I give up my position and job and area, then how am I to continue to make money? This lump sum doesn't work the same as continuous income. Like I said, I'm not much one for the books or the figures or the facts of money, but I at least understand the basics of working versus not working.
Let's hope your gamble pays off. He takes the papers and pauses. Puts it back down for a moment. Different offer. One final one. How would you like to instead go into business with the Modric Hearth. Work
And
under
do
their
what?
rules. You work under their rules. Perhaps you lose some of the value of what you earn, and you work under their names. However, you get to keep your lot, you keep your job, and in fact, you'd be securing it quite effectively. You see, if this place goes under, then what do you have? If you're an employee, there are fallback positions to take, other cities you could live in, work out of. Dorat
that is a
Acquisitions
tempting
does
offer.
have open positions.
I like being my own boss, so I think I will continue to do so. It's been a long time since I've worked for someone else, and I struggled very hard to not do that. So, you'll forgive me if I'd like to stay within my own realm of autonomy.
I will forgive you, yes. But it is not my business that you're hindering. Slides the paper back into his jacket. Good day, Mr. Wasif. Stands
Well,
up.
thank you for making the trip. Have a good one.
Drifts
Try and stay
out
dry.
the door. And the door closes behind him. Hey, you had a meeting.
Hooray.
Hooray.
Yeah.
Lamia,
Not potentially terrifying at all. Yes.
since you were back there working on your poncho the whole time, were you trying to listen in at all? At any point?
Nope, because if I tried to do anything but the crafting, I'd probably like split my hand open.
Okay. So you didn't hear any of that, then that's fine. Okay. But yeah, meeting's over. What do you do next, Eli?
That's a good question. I go get some lunch because I've been sitting here waiting a really long time.
You go get some lunch. You see that guy that you let have a cracker. He's just, hey, it's the Cracker Man. No, but people are like, that fucking weirdo. Why'd you eat his food? Are you crazy?
And now you're cursed. Can you do it? No, I can't. Not at
Right.
all.
But no. So you go through there. Pass a little bit more time. Eventually, Sam, with your time out, hanging out with the burb, you do figure out that it does seem to be able to, like, you can kind of send it to spots on command, and it seems like to sweep areas. You basically figure out it has that seek command or trick. You realize, like, yeah, this thing is, it's not crazy smart, but it's a pretty smart bird. You could probably teach it some other stuff. So what trick are you going to start teaching it first?
What do you think I am going to go with? Keep watch? Or, no,
Or quiet watch?
Quiet watch, yes.
Okay.
Yes. I'll do it in that order. The quiet watch, and then eventually, if I ever get to it, one more. Bam, bam.
Let's see. Does quiet watch animal?
I can't spell.
I need to put a window in here where people can see what I just have in a browser. Oh well. Does that actually allow them to alert you?
Standard watch. If alerted to danger, it attempts to silently alert its master, such as by nosing her.
So it'll kind of like pester you.
yeah.
Okay, that works.
If the animal's master cannot be silently alerted, it raises an alarm as per the watch trick. So if it can't, like, find me or whatever, it just, Squawk! I guess I don't know. Something like
So it's
that.
basically an advanced version of Watch.
Mhm.
Okay, and that's why the DC is higher. Okay.
I did make a list. I wrote out the prices as well. Stuff I would like to buy. You just want me to shoot that to you in a message?
Just throw it in the chat.
Okay. I got to copy it all over again. In no particular order. You want me to put the prices in here too?
Sure.
I mean, this is what they list. If there is a
market
difference,
price. Mhm.
let me know, and I'll. Actually, a lot of this I can just copy paste.
Yeah, it should work mostly okay. Let's see. I just realized that you probably won't have enough time to start teaching a trick just yet, but you would have time to get to know its abilities, and then go buy some stuff. Soap, small tent, miner's lantern, or bullseye lantern, 2 pints of oil.
There wasn't a clear list. It says oil lantern, so I'm assuming oil for a lantern. 1 silver per pound. I'm assuming a pound is like a pint. That's how I would come.
Basically,
I would
yeah.
So I was going to get 2 extra pints.
Doesn't separate the everything is pounds rather than.
Yeah.
So okay, yeah.
Things are sold by weight, not by volume.
Yeah, you find all that pretty easily. Yeah, none of that requires anything crazy. Cool. Yeah,
I got a cool mining helmet thing now.
yeah, you can definitely find that.
I didn't know if that would be a common thing to find here or not.
Yeah, there's all kinds of tunnels and caves and shit in Delantia. So, or not Delantia. Yeah, Delantia too, but in Sitsegia also. So,
I was contemplating a candle hat, which is
where it rains all the time.
Yeah, well, you can put a thing over it, but
you can, but yeah.
Yeah.
Also, candles just don't give off that much light.
No, they don't. But it's better than nothing for me. You know,
it's true.
As somebody who had to borrow a torch that whole adventure.
So you guys get all that stuff, and we'll say probably reconvene at the office for a moment here.
I'm gonna put that tent on the shore skier stuff.
So that works.
I won't need it with me.
You won't be carrying it on your So you guys meet back probably right as Eli, you're finished with your lunch.
All right.
So you guys get back together, and then Lamy, you had something whenever you guys were together again.
There we go. Sorry. Yes. All right. Grumpily and with basically bandaged hands. Okay. I wanted to see if anyone wanted to come join me on working. Sorry, I'm looking at what the job was on the Menace post listing.
Sorry, I'm putting stuff.
Hey guys, in the
I'm
woods, probably. Is it really something you feel like we can just kind of go and just get done right now? We got. Whatever. Let's go.
Oh, yeah, that sounds great.
Awesome. Thank you.
Sam has a big bird on his shoulder, by the way, guys. I think that's what he's signaling.
Oh, okay. I thought that was Panda just being silly.
No.
I mean, 6 of one, half a dozen of the other.
Oh, Sam, you got a thing there.
It's attracted to movement. Right? It's attracted to movement, so don't make any sudden moves. No, I'm joking. This is a friend that I found and helped out. It was being assaulted by a very large tiger in a dream. Uh,
While they're
What?
saying that it's a friend, it's just giving you the burb eye.
I'm moving it. Its head staying in the same position as I'm
Exactly.
moving around. Gyroscopic heads.
Wait,
Uh,
did you say you met that in a dream? Wait,
Yeah, it was an interesting thing. I was following a squirrel that could glide around, and I was real small to begin with. I kind of retail the tale in a Sam way.
Almost said Samwise.
Samwise.
And
Yeah, I
Samwise.
almost said
Samwise.
Sideways. Yeah,
Sideways.
Sideways. Words are hard.
Yeah, these rough.
Words are hard. You're right.
And kind of just very paragraph go over. Oh yeah, and then the tiger, lunged at me. I woke up and I had the bird there with me. He's been getting better. I didn't want to tell y'all until he was fine.
Huh. I didn't know that you could just dream about birds and they'd just be there.
Me neither.
I mean, I'm not that surprised. We have a thing that fits inside of a bag only because it fits inside of a bag. So at this point, I feel like nothing will shock me. I mean, I say that until something will shock me.
Well, I think it had to do with Mr. Gaia. For the life of me, I cannot remember that now. I always have to go back and look at it. Because when I woke up, the little squirrel friend that helped us out in that one place that I don't really want to talk about, the squirrel in the dream was taking, that material that was left by that squirrel friend we had. And he imparted some knowledge on me about, that Mr. Guy is kind of looking out.
Well, okay, that's great.
Yeah. I like to think that it was part of us setting nature back in its course, kind of correcting a big wrong that was happening. But that's just how I feel.
I mean, I can't say one way or the other.
I wasn't doing that like, shame on you. I
Okay.
just had something on my eyelash.
Okay. I will interpret it as Sam has interpreted it, I guess.
Oh,
Yeah.
Eli, I wasn't really paying attention, but how did the meeting go?
I mean, it went. He very indirectly threatened me without trying to threaten me, so, normal business, I suppose.
I mean, you were kind of expecting something like that.
Yes, I surely was.
Okay, but I mean, you managed to successfully turn him down.
I mean, it wasn't hard. You just say no repeatedly and then they leave. It's not like they can force me to sign it. I mean, I suppose they could try. But it's not like they could force me to sign it.
Okay, well, Sam, will, I guess, your new friend be joining us?
Oh, sure.
Okay, I guess be, a little careful. I don't know how, birds will do, but you know what? We'll find out. It'll be fine.
It's fine. No, he knows a trick where I can send him up and he can find stuff that's alive or moving around, so he can kind of scout a little bit. I would say get a good top down view.
That might actually be really helpful.
Yeah.
But I guess for now, let's head out.
I mean,
I do.
why don't we just leave in the morning? It's already like midday. Past that, I look at my imaginary watch.
Freckle past the hair.
Yeah. We could get, good eats, good night's sleep, set off early in the morning. Doesn't make sense to leave now. It's not like we're going to get there before it's dark. And we're not going to find him in the dark.
Oh, well, I
we
thought
might.
you had wanted to do and we wouldn't necessarily get a good night's sleep because we wanted to go to.
Scary story time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. Well, then I want to do that. I don't want to go somewhere else and do a job. I want to do that.
Well, okay then.
I'm
Do that in the
still
morning.
not sure.
Or possibly in the afternoon, depending on how late I stay up.
Yeah. I don't know if I really want to go back there.
Why not? It's safe.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to.
It totally didn't follow me back to my room.
I'm going to go and enjoy it and have fun. You don't have to come. You can be a stick in the mud. I'm fine with that.
Right on
I am
cue,
gonna-
Mayor enters the room.
I said the magic words.
And he just he puts the papers you had him drop for Rahala down on the desk, and just says, "How did the meeting go?"
All right. Well, it didn't go as badly as it could have, but it definitely didn't go the best either. It's an incredibly non-committal answer, I know, but they gave me what they felt was a very good offer. But if I balanced out how much money we'd make per year versus how much they want to give me, I don't think it was good enough to like sell this place and then just try and open up something else, somewhere else. Tried to give me like a farm. I don't want a farm. No offense, Sam. I don't want a farm. And then offered us employment, or at least me, employment with them. But I don't know. I don't like working for people who I can't trust. So, gonna go with no on that.
Enough experience with that, I suppose.
Indeed.
Well, I trusted that you would handle yourself well, and it seems you did. Do you mind if I take the rest of the day off? I had some errands to run.
Go right ahead. I think we're all going to take the rest of the day off for the most part.
Fantastic. I'll see you in the morning. I've got a lead on a job that may interest you, so I'll be bringing that by in the morning as well.
Excellent. And do be cautious, I suppose. These people have a bit of a nasty reputation, so...
They do. But we're currently is broad daylight, and I don't plan on going in any dark alleys.
Well, that's probably a good choice.
Good day, sir. He leaves, kind of pauses and looks at the bird for a moment, and looks at him. He just walks out.
That's not even in his top 5 weirdest things he's walked into this office to.
Lamia opens her mouth, but then closes it and just shakes her head.
One time, he walked in here and Hadelin had a full, entire, training dummy rigged up with, pulleys. I don't even know what she was doing with it. It was just in the middle of the, office. I think she was trying to, Wizard of Oz it, but it didn't quite work like she wanted it to.
That sounds like a puppet show. And what's with Wizard of Oz?
Don't worry about it. It's a it's a book. Anyways, yeah.
I'm sure it's a wonderful whiz if it was.
It was not. It was quite depressing, actually.
Now Rahala comes in.
Seriously, have you read that book? Anyways,
Right? The actual story, yeah.
She's dressed a bit more casually now than her super awesome dress. But she's still sticking with the dark colors.
Yay. Shut up, me.
She's still sticking to the dark colors. She still has her really neat earrings and everything. But she kind of just peeks in. Is now a good time?
as good a time as any, yeah.
Perfect. Close the door behind her. I take it the meeting went all right.
I mean, I'm not dead in the bay, so pretty good.
I hope not. Otherwise, this is a pretty good copy. Down to the cufflinks. These for me. She points at the papers.
Yeah, man had those drawn up for you. He took the day off, but you can still sign them, do everything. We'll just leave them for him to finalize tomorrow.
Okay. Let's just read these. And oh my god, there's 5 pages of this? Why?
I don't know. I didn't make the papers.
They're in Ulus and Tertian. I didn't even know I spoke that.
Because I speak Tertian.
Okay. You mind if I just sort of read these over there? It's going to take a bit.
Go for it. I don't expect you to just sign them without reading them. That'd be silly. Looks nervously in other directions, like as a person who does that all the time.
He just plops down in one of the seats and just like crosses his leg over, and it's just like, no responsibility for bodily harm. Okay, yeah, sure. Going on and on and on. Papers. Eventually, she signs them. Probably. How much are you paying Rahala?
Let me look at how much I'm paying everybody else real fast, so I can pull that up. Okay. Nope, that wasn't it. I pulled up the wrong thing.
Microsoft owns your corpse after you die. It's in the fine print, Ellie says.
Because we can.
That's fine. I wasn't using it anyways. I want mine to be a tree.
Right. We can fast play a bit of her asking questions, you guys discussing some of her credentials. Because basically, you want to make sure you pay enough for her. She's a 3rd level non-NPC
Adventurer.
class, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
she's a bit more credentialed than your other employees.
Indeedy do she is. So I was trying
Yeah,
to
we're
see. So
barely
I
better than she
pay
is now.
Mayor 5 silver pieces a day, which is honestly more than the top end of what he makes. I think her, if I look at I'm looking at the, oops, that is not the right thing I wanted to open.
So her highest skill is as a scribe.
Mm-hmm.
So if you wanted to have like a good reason to like pay her more or whatever, you probably hire her as a scribe officially, and go off that.
Sam, isn't it great that we don't run a company?
Yep.
Yeah, this was Dave's idea.
It was indeedy do.
Just wait until I turn this into Farm Simulator. What?
Hey, at least we're playing it mostly fast and loose rather than
Yes.
like, having a shitload of spreadsheets.
Yes.
and-
Oh my god.
Huh.
They're
Yes, I
like,
would
hey,
like
can
to.
I just not play today, guys? You got that part doing.
Yes, I would like to play. Do a Farm Simulator in slower than real time.
Oh no, thank you, sir.
It
Right.
takes 3 years to get
Hell
1
no.
year of crops.
Why can I not open my thingy-mabobber?
25 gold. I'm taking out all the money now because I've finished
Okay.
adding it. 5. Oops.
We're not knocking spreadsheets, Ellie. We're just knocking how many there would be.
5. I'm basically broke now.
Is it? Oh my gosh! Why can't I find that table that I'm looking for?
Ellie says, if you want help with the fake company's accounting, I'm down. I have an unhealthy love for amortization schedules.
I mean, any kind of love towards.
You want to
that
make me a
sounds
Google
unhealthy,
calendar
so-
for practices for my paintball team then? Because I don't want to do that, and I'm probably gonna have to do that.
Let's say, yeah, if we make up any kind of real accounting for the fake company, it's gonna get out of hand. It's 100% gonna get out of hand.
Yeah, easily. Like in one of our other campaigns, Ellie, I'm basically trying to start a guild, and that has caused Patrick a nightmare.
I just opened Excel. I just opened it, and 6 hours passed.
There it is. There it is. Sorry, took me a second to find this stinking hireling.
Oh my god.
I mean, I
Yeah.
appreciate
Okay,
that.
yeah, that is what I
hard
thought it
work.
was going to be. So 1 gold piece a day is average for a scribe, so I'll just throw her that
Okay.
because that's what I thought it was, but I couldn't find the correct hireling
Right.
thing that's in the deal. I was like, where is it? Yeah, so 1 gold piece a day.
Okay. Yeah, she'll take that. You can tell that she's mostly not expecting the workload to be huge. Is probably why she's mostly okay with it. But you know she could if she went somewhere to work full time as a scribe, she could make a lot more than that. But she's like, this is fine. You know, you're kind of doing her a favor, and you don't need a full time scribe, so she's good with it. Cool.
One of the summers I helped out at my dad's dealership, the parts guy who I'm foreverly indebted to, David Ford, name call out. Instead of my dad telling me to do miscellaneous stuff, he's like, no, he's going to help me the whole time. And he called me his scribe. So basically he would tell me to write down stuff and I would write it down. Super fun summer instead of my normal terrible summer that I had. Yeah. Should I put that on a resume? Scribe, 1 summer.
Right?
It'd be a very
What the
bizarre
fuck?
thing.
Who calls
to see.
himself a scribe these days?
If you
Age
put
14.
scribe on your resume, I will put cowhand on mine because I just worked at a ranch and all I did was either feed cows or walk around and like do nothing for 8 hours a day.
I have a lot of that as well.
Yeah, I know,
Now-
right? Put that on
now
your resume.
I am now adjusting your daily expenses
All right, cool.
on the Aldwin Logistics and Retrieval sheet.
Excellent. That's where I was looking originally for some of my stuff, and then I was like, "Oh yeah, hold on, I have to pull up the spreadsheet on the D20."
Oh my
Right.
gosh,
PFSRD,
really?
and then
That
I was
sounds
like,
insane.
Whoop.
5, 10. No, that should have been
But
easy.
yeah.
But you know what? If you have fun with that, go for it.
So that just adds 2
Yeah.
more platinum pieces.
Don't think super hard about the prizes in any D&D or Pathfinder thing
Oh, it
because
falls apart so fast.
Yeah, it really
'Cause
does.
what was it, like bread or something like that, or
And
Yeah.
also things like the weight of rope and stuff like
Yeah.
that
Mm.
is
Oh, yeah,
just
weights
not
are all
accurate
off.
in the slightest. Rope is so heavy in game compared to in reality.
unless you
Yeah.
think of it like it's rope that's like super thick rope,
Like a
it's like
super
tug of
thick
war
rope.
rope.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Patrick, after
hmm.
you finish adjusting the thing, can
I
we take
did.
our little?
And we are going to take our break.
Yay, thank you.
So,
Hooray.
yeah, we're gonna take our. We'll come back. We'll come back at 10:40 Central, just to
Okay.
make it a nice, easy number to get back to,
Yeah.
and
Hooray.
we'll handle. Yeah, you hired Rahala. She's good now. I've adjusted the sheet, so we'll handle you guys doing the job,
No.
having scary story time, and then we're gonna try to get to at least you starting the job. I want to get to
Ooh.
that.
Neat.
Hooray.
So-
Okay, we'll see.
So yeah, we'll be back here in a little bit, folks.
Because a poor panda might get entranced by somebody. Ooh.
Maybe.
All right.
Away.
Well, I mean, he's putting it on the screen, so I imagine he wants you guys to start saying something.
Ashting for a shashting. That's what you're trying to say.
I'm putting it on the
Ask-
screen
asking.
because it deserves to be there.
Yes.
Today's session DM'd by Diet Shasta Cola. Since I'm
Diet
holding it
Shasta
right where my
Cola.
head goes.
When you need a refreshing when you need a refreshing beverage,
beverage. Anyways.
we need a
Shanta,
refreshing
yes.
beverage, and nothing else will do the kiss. You gotta get yourself a Diet Shasta Cola.
You gotta get the cola.
Who's that accent reminding me of?
Waterboy.
No. It's something. It's an abridged thing it's reminding me of, but I'm trying. I can't get. It's disappearing.
Oh, it was reversed. Hold on, hold on. Let me try again. Hold on.
Oh yes.
I gotta turn off the mirroring
Attach.
so that it looks fucking
Attach
good.
cola. Or attach Olak.
Oh no, I can't see.
Tid.
Oh,
Tid.
shut up, Hannah. Shut up.
I mean, it doesn't matter that it's reversed, really.
There. Now, yeah, there we go. Yeah.
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 That's cool.
I like how that basically did a jump cut.
Keeping me caffeinated all day very well because I drank a lot of them.
Do you want some other than Jot coffee? Please sponsor us, Jot Coffee.
Oh god, my arm.
Or
Dude,
community
yeah,
coffee.
I would take a Jot sponsorship.
I'll
That'd be
take
dope.
anybody. Jot for the ease and instantness of it, and community coffee because, bruh, please. You know how much money my family gives you? Not just me, like my whole family. Extended. The whole Spilliganese.
All of the Spilliganese.
Whoa! I'm surprised you were able to get that out.
I have never heard of
Spilliganese.
that brand.
Community coffee? You mean the coffee that is in literally every single random office building of all time?
To be fair, most people don't know the name brand of just the coffee that exists in all the offices.
The coffee that is everywhere in doctors' offices.
Coffee. It's just like there. Yeah.
It's the good stuff.
It is in any like public waiting room, whether it be a doctor's office, an oil change place, or like government building, like whatever. If they have a coffee maker in the lobby, it has community coffee in it.
It is not the good I would argue it is everything. It is any other way you could describe coffee other than good.
Anyway, yes.
I am a self-proclaimed coffee snob, so I don't give a shit. I feed off your hatred.
Your hatred fuels
words.
Me and Colin went to, I don't know how many people were in fucking OKC, but there's a place called Elemental that like everybody really fucking loved there. It's this coffee shop with a bunch of hipsters and the coffee do whatever thing, man. No, it was a lot of people liked it, and then me and Colin went there, and we both just got like regular lattes because that's usually our like standard for like a coffee house.
Yeah,
rather because sometimes the drip coffee is not great or whatever. But anyway, we just got a regular latte. And we both sat there for like 15 minutes nursing these lattes, trying to decide if they were good. Like, well, I don't know. It kind of, do I like this? I might hate this. Is this good? It was the most like snobby bullshit ever. We're like going over the notes and whatnot. And I was, at the end of it, I was like, I don't like it's making me think this much, so I don't like it. Like, I wouldn't order it again. It also tastes kind of fruity.
I'm getting some strong fruit notes, a lot of nut, and weirdly enough, cauliflower.
Sorry, guys. I'll have to be back. I think my anxiety's acting up.
I don't know. Don't drink some coffee.
Well, we can. What else can we talk about? No,
exercise.
Yeah, no, that's understandable.
I know Molly well enough that I'm comfortable making fun of her for it. As a person who also has generalized anxiety, but no, it's fine. Go ahead. You have a thing.
I was reading a post about the Navy and coffee, basically. It was like, yes, the captain's coffee cup or something like that. Inside of it, it was just dried layers of coffee, that he had never rinsed out. But they referred to it as the seasoning, like how you would season a cast iron pan.
Yeah.
And I was like, and it's like, it's like I remember one private making the mistake of washing out the commander's coffee cup or something, cleaning it. And him giving a tirade about how he ruined his seasoning and how it was bad luck and stuff like that. I'm just like, no. And then I thought back to we had a guy who worked at the dealership, Claude. He has since passed away, but he was in the Navy, and his coffee cup was that level of just ugh. But I guess it's a weird. Yeah, you're on a Navy ship. You don't waste water and rinse it off. Get more coffee.
Are you kidding, bro? No. I'd
but
be a fucking.
Of course,
pariah.
they drink it like straight black as well. Like there's no
Even still,
milk.
dude. No, just the reason I'm grossed out is just because like old coffee. Like, if you ever had like coffee that like sat out and kind of went off, it smells fucking terrible.
Yep.
And it tastes awful. It's like literally sour. Like, oh no, dude. Nah.
Yeah.
Nah. I'm sitting here like watching the track that's playing so that I can switch the playlist when the song stops, so that I'm just like cutting off a song because I always feel weird when I do that. It's got 15 seconds left. No, it can be. We can play some battle music.
No,
we can play boss music. Let's play boss music while we're waiting on Molly.
Boss music.
Oh yeah.
Start describing a boss fight. You got 3 sec. 2, 1. All right, boss music.
It's a giant cereal bag, and to defeat it, you have to open it without tearing it apart. Okay.
So Panda's dead. Dave, what do you
Yes.
do? It's your turn. Panda died instantly. Yes. He gets no turn.
I see it's a giant cereal box, and I just succumb immediately.
Just dies of fear. He sucks cum immediately.
Okay.
Sucks.
I'm back, guys. I'm very sorry about that.
Oh no, it's fine.
No, you're good.
Well, I guess I'm a player. Apologize to the GM. No.
We're still on boss music. The meme is over, so I need to remember to change it off of the boss music before the rest of the stream is boss music. We're going to
Seabat.
Listen.
A crossbat?
California bat?
Seabat. Cave bat.
Oh, cave bat makes sense.
Coke bat.
You guys are doing a job. You guys are doing... Close that. You guys are going on the Menace job.
Menace.
All right. I don't know. Dave, you got good pipes. Read Menace for our peoples again.
All right. Let me pull up the correct thing. All right. So, Menace. Some shitty gang of miscreants is terrorizing people on their way between Saigon and Kasig. They've got an Avarok with them, and they're strong-arming travelers for protection, in inverted commas. There's 8 guys in the woods there, including the big one. Armed, probably dangerous, the military is taking their sweet time, but I got permission to offer 1,000 gold pieces reward for ridding the road of them. I bet if they didn't have the muscle, they'd fuck off. Poster, anonymous. Check out the fortress or something for the reward, and then it has like an official symbol on there.
Mm-hmm.
Boop. So, you guys go... Do you swing by the Saigon Fortress first, or are you gonna go like do the job and try to bring back some kind of token and then report it?
I would say we check at the fortress first, just to ask
See
around a bit. In fact, we could probably do that now before we go do the scary story stuff, since we were going to do that later tonight. This way we could at least get something done on this job today.
Yeah.
Make some progress.
Progress.
Yes. Progress in the garage.
Alright, so you head to Saigon Fortress. Oh no, it's number 3. And anyway, so you guys head out over there. I believe it was
Precious DM. Samuel, I am, and Samuel is me.
What happened? What happened?
What?
Whoa!
Oh.
Weird. Well, it's been like that.
I think only since I
like to touch statues.
came
and
back
I guess
from
so.
the screen.
Ponchos.
The way you said that, I immediately thought of,
Ponchos.
hi, my name's Brian. I like to
Like a
skateboard.
skateboard.
That is the
that's not
first
mystery
thing that
team.
popped in my head.
That's Derek comedy, but still same energy.
We're heading toward the fortress.
Thank you. So you guys are heading towards the fortress, and yes, I'm playing. Why did Zoom ask if I was playing music? I'm tempted to do that long droning noise again and see if it asks me again.
Yes,
Also-
the Muzak of
Yeah.
To answer Ellie in the chat, yes, I have heard Seabat. I just didn't know that's what it was called.
I have not.
It's kind of a meme song. I mean, meme song, but it's big on TikTok and stuff like that. It's audio.
You're a meme.
I wish.
Okay. Okay. Fucking hell. I think Sam, you've already gone by the fortress once. I believe that's where you went and got your bow. You didn't get to the actual fortress. You were kind of on the outskirts, on like the you're kind of on the grounds of it, like the outside of it. And they've got like a few other smaller buildings out there and such. You go there, you kind of ask around a little bit about like, hey, we're gonna do this job. Anybody have information? One of the soldiers eventually stops you. Just, yeah, those bastards. Yeah, we don't have time to get out there and start, gutting those fucking bandits. So, be good work if you go out there and take care of it. Then he like kind of takes a map and he'll like sort of show you where it is. Here, I'll mark it on your map, and now you get a waypoint. And you can like choose which quest you're gonna do, and you select that one. You'll get a little compass thingy, so you can like follow
Excellent.
it.
Yeah, that'll be great. I could really use one of those. I'm directionally challenged in this game, but not in real life.
But yeah, he literally will mark it on a map for you, where they were spotted or what the like kind of vicinity they're in.
Also, like low-key, that is one of the hardest things about role playing is. Role-playing to be bad at a thing that you are actually good at is incredibly hard. Like, pretending to be good at thing I have no idea how it actually works, I can do that all day. But pretending to be bad at something I'm actually very good at, real hard.
It depends on the skill.
Yeah.
I could do, no, because here's a good example, Dave. Could you role-play being really shitty at working on a computer? Or how to be a really dumb IT customer.
I probably
Absolutely.
Could. I could definitely do that. I've met enough dumb IT people. But I guess let me rephrase it. Something I'm naturally good at that I don't have to think about. Like, I naturally have an incredibly good sense of direction. So, like, getting lost is a foreign concept to me. So, like, role-playing being lost would be very weird.
I could have role-played. It's like, so what kind of arrows do I need with this bow? Oh, well, you want broadheads. Why do I want broadheads? Well, they open up and make the thing die faster. Yeah. Using experience from working at a gun counter, it's like describing hollow points. Mm-hmm. It's like, and then they look shocked. It's like, yeah, if you shoot somebody, you kind of want them to die. Sorry, but it's kind of the point of the gun.
Wait, do you mean guns kill people?
Anyway, we got a waypoint.
You get
the fifth.
So now you know where it is. You learn that like basically the information posted in the job is legit. There's 8 people, including the Avarok, and at that they will pay you 1,000 gold to deal with that shit. What they want, of course, is they want either you to bring in the leader of the bandits or bring his head as proof. Now, granted. You could probably find other ways to prove you dismantled them, right? But that's what they're saying. That's what like the soldiers kind of tell you. Like, yeah, that would be good. That tells us that you got the job done. We know what that bastard looks like and that kind of stuff, right? So,
okay. What does he look like?
I don't know, man. He's Vishkanya.
Does he have an eye patch? I don't know.
Hey, that's cheating.
Needs to be a question.
One at a time, man.
So.
Just thinking I didn't see you stack 6 die on the dice tower at one time.
But no, they say specifically he has kind of like a he's Vishkanya with like a brown and like brown, black, and then there's like streaks of blue kind of for his scales, which are really uncommon in this region.
Okay.
So he's pretty easy to spot.
He looking like a man.
Ellie, they're not racist. They're Vishkanya too.
I mean, it looks like a Vishkanya. Oh. Narrows.
I mean, they might be
at
racist.
The Vishkanya man.
But...
I think I found him.
They might be racist, but by that statement, we can't tell if they're racist or not.
You'd have to talk to them a little bit more, get them to open up about some shit, tell some jokes they shouldn't. You have to maybe have them drink a little bit.
You say that, but it's like 2 seconds into having a conversation with them, you're like, oh, never mind, you racist. Right. Like, because you can just get people sometimes. You're like, let's find out about them. Oh, nope, they're just racist. Never mind.
Right? We should get to know them. Hey guys, want to go for a drink? Nah, fuck you, you Debbie bastard. Oh, they are racist. Okay, let's leave.
I guess we should go. Yeah.
No. Anyway, so you get your good God, you get your waypoint, but you're not going to do that today.
No.
You're going to go to the Coincaller again tonight.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. And yes, tonight, Rahala is supposed to be performing.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. So you guys get to the Coincaller. And you are informed, as you like, because as you, well, hold on, I guess I should ask. Do you all go to the Coincaller?
I mean, I definitely go to the Coincaller.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm definitely at least there to watch the show.
Trying to think if I need to make a will save to like just
Up to you, Sam. You don't have to make a save. You can always just
peer
decide
pressure.
he tentative or he reluctantly goes,
Yeah.
or maybe
Oh
he's
my
trying to
God.
face his fear. You know,
Yeah, I got a bird friend now.
Or
bringing big old shoulder bird.
If they'll let me. They might be like, no. I don't, they're gonna be pooping on the floor. Nah.
Okay, so y'all go.
No, he's house trained. I swear.
So as you get close there, Sam immediately is haunted. You guys arrive.
My emotional support bird.
And even as you when you get there, you kind of have that same like sense of it's easier to kind of like leave everything else sort of behind as you walk in.
Mhm.
It's something about like the like just the atmosphere of the place, like walking out of the rain and it's suddenly warm and you suddenly feel dry again. You can like smell food cooking. There's tankards clicking, like clanking together. There's people laughing. There's just this very different energy once you walk in. Despite that, you do hear some people kind of groaning, and you see some other people that look like a little bit annoyed at some things. Like some of them are trying to cheer up friends and whatnot. And as you're kind of walking in, the tavern owner, the avatar, or the avatar man at the bar, he just gives you a sort of a wave and says, "Oi, yo, all of you here for the performance tonight." Well, unfortunately, it got cancelled.
Oh, what happened?
A few of the other members got sick. There's been something going on around. Mostly kind of here. There's a bunch of people on the east side. My son got it.
I'm sorry to hear
Some
that.
kind of stomach bug. So I'm probably going to be mostly working to stay away from that. So,
Oh yeah, definitely.
but Rahala, I think, will still be here. So, wait a minute, he didn't have an accent. Rahala will still be here. So, you can
Just suddenly
you can
realized.
still
Wait a second.
I was just sitting there going, wait a minute. I decided not to do an accent for him. Anyway, it's been a long day, folks. Rahala should still be here, so you want to, talk to her about it or anything like that, you're welcome to. Yeah, find yourselves a seat and the server will be with you.
Great, thank you.
You guys staying late?
I was planning on it. I don't know about these two.
You gonna just sit to listen, or are you gonna share some stories from your homeland?
Well, I mean, I've probably got a story or two.
I could
Fantastic.
come up with some. Yeah.
I always like to hear something new. Well, just so you know, first-time performers get free drinks after they go up, and we do consider this a performance, so look forward to that once you come off stage. And that's anything on this shelf, and you notice that it is not his highest end stuff, but you can get some like middle shelf shit.
Woo, free drink.
Yeah. or anything on tap. If you choose something on tap, you'll get 3. But you don't have to
Okay.
make that choice now.
Excellent.
So, yeah, you guys have a seat. Eventually, one of the servers comes up, cheerful young guy. Kind of, you can tell he's like making small talk, but you can tell he's not like he's got the like banter thing down, but he doesn't have the active listening thing down. So
Right.
he's like talking to you when you respond. He doesn't really have anything unique to respond with. He's just like, oh yeah, absolutely. So today we've got a shepherd's pie, but he just kind of moves along the conversation, but doesn't like add to it. But either way, yeah, you guys get through that. You get some drinks, you get some food. You're gonna be there a bit if you're waiting till midnight because it's only like kind of late in the day at the moment. Even though it feels like everyone's already got off work and has nothing else to do, just by the people that are there. Sam,
Yes. Yes.
you hear singing,
Oh, God.
and
Uh-huh.
at first
That
it's
can
just
be
while
your
you guys
story.
while you guys are just kind of sitting there chit chatting and like, kind of drinking and just like talking amongst yourselves. Maybe swapping stories about some of the bullshit you dealt with on your last big job. You're just kind of sitting there sort of absently like sort of tapping your foot. Either of you two, whether you'd like to or not, probably notice that there's no music playing and Sam is kind of bebopping. I'm assuming one of you probably mentions it or says something.
Does his bird not kind of be? Is his bird kind of like bopping with his shoulder?
Sure it is.
Just
Its head's not
curious.
moving, but yeah. Because the bird's
But then
standing on his
this
shoulder,
thing,
so
the
it's...
body moves, the head stays
Yeah.
perfectly still.
Yeah.
Doing bird things.
Sam, are you humming something in your head?
I don't know. Just enjoying the music. Kind of figuring out the story he's going to tell.
Mhm.
Is what I was actually doing before he said Sam.
Sam, there is no music.
Well, that's not very nice to say.
No, legitimately, there's no music.
And when you look up on the stage, of course, there are no performers on stage. Curtains are closed. Maybe they could be behind them. It just doesn't sound like that.
Maybe I got better ears than you, because I definitely hear something.
I mean, I guess that's possible. Generally Demi don't have like the best ears.
Not to throw shade, but
At least I'm not obsessed with feet.
it's important in tracking.
Wow.
Literal tracks.
Lamia throwing shade.
Listen here, size 14. No,
Hey, Eli. Eli.
No, really much.
How dare
Eli,
you
you're
just
starting to
dox
hear...
exercise like that.
You're starting to hear singing also. Eli, you definitely hear someone singing. They're singing... It's kind of... It reminds you of some of the stuff that your master used to talk about when he was in Vungia, listening to some of the traditional Vedic music from Benhia. They called it opera.
I was just constantly. You know, that's it is an interesting tune. For sure.
Wait, you're hearing something too now?
Yeah. You're not?
Mm-mm.
You should clean the gunk out your ears.
Lamia.
You sure it's... Oh, okay.
Just give me perception real quick.
Yeah. Is it me or is it them? Any
Nope,
minuses
flat.
or pluses? Okay.
19. So what you notice is that both of them moving to whatever music they hear, they are moving at totally different rhythms. Eli is kind of doing this like kind of sway side to side, like he's listening to something very slow and melodic and dramatic, and Sam is hearing a beat. He's hearing a groove. They're at a very different tempos. So you don't think they're hearing the same music. That or one of them has like negative rhythm.
Possible.
What kind of music are you guys hearing?
I don't know if you'd be familiar with it, but I believe it's called opera. It's
My dad's
very,
told me a little about how that goes.
classic-y and singy.
What?
I was thinking about how to describe opera. God, I wish I was listening to Scott as my character, but no. I was trying to think of how to describe opera as someone who had not been familiar with opera. It is a weird concept to try. Like I've heard opera,
they're just
and I can
singing,
describe opera, but then like trying to
but it's
retract my knowledge of
Yeah.
opera, it's
They're
like
singing with
here-
more
here's it.
song in their voice.
It's like
Yeah.
if you were doing a
Yeah.
play, but if you were sing talking
Yeah.
instead of singing, and it's got like music, and somebody's definitely playing a pipe organ, even though that's not in every opera, but in my mind, it's in this one.
Sam, what about you? What kind of music are you hearing?
A lot of
Oh.
strings.
I mean, kind of faint. It's got a good bass line to it. It just makes me feel good.
Oh, I need to switch to music.
Okay, you guys are hearing two entirely different types of music.
This isn't necessarily true. This is quite a good bass line. It also makes me feel good.
It kind of goes like doom.
No,
doom,
I mean,
doom, doom.
genuinely studying you guys.
Makes me feel good.
Lamia,
I now hear music.
you don't hear music actually.
Oh, okay.
But you
Okay.
do hear a voice coming from the stage. And they are... Its voice sounds a little nervous. The manager says, hi, this is my first time up here, so, be nice. I came all the way from, hold on. Sorry, no, I'm gonna try again. And this voice, when you look up, you don't see a person it's attached to, but it begins to go into the worst comedy routine that you have ever heard. It's not even ironically funny. It's not even like so bad it's good. Like there's not even, you sit there like listen maybe for a few minutes because it just kind of catches you off guard. And like it doesn't even get to that point where it's like it's so dumb that you just kind of start laughing in spite of yourself. It's just like, what is he? It takes you like a while to realize that he's telling jokes. That he's not just rambling and telling really disjointed stories. And there's not enough pauses or breaks. He's like going from one thing to another. There's no rest points where like even if it was funny that you could laugh, it's just like joke, joke. And it's like there's nothing between at all. He just rattles off shit in like 5 minutes. Just like a bunch of shit has happened. And these two are just kind of bebopping,
Yeah. Lamia kind of stares like not horrified, but like in some kind of awe. But then like she like reaches for Sam and be like, "Hey, can you see that guy on the stage?"
You don't see a guy though. You just hear a guy.
Oh, here.
Molly.
Can you hear that guy on the stage?
Oh, is he singing along? I look around.
No. It's just
Sam, when you look up, there is a drunk person who's on the stage who is singing, but not to the song you're hearing. And it's not even like only certain parts are loud enough that like you even hear him. You can just tell he's singing something. But he's mostly just making his way across the stage. Like he didn't want to go through the crowd, so he just walked up on the stage and is going across.
No, was he saying something? I didn't. hear
Well, I mean, you
nothing.
see that, but that's definitely not who you're hearing. He
Um,
wasn't there when it started.
Okay, well, I'm not hearing music, but I am definitely hearing something you guys aren't hearing. And wait, that joke doesn't even make sense. How would... never mind. Huh.
Y'all believe me now about yesterday? Evil spirits.
I don't know about evil spirits, but
Yeah,
did I ever say I didn't believe you? I don't think so.
I don't think it's evil, but it's definitely odd. Lamia gets up to go to the bar.
I'm just gonna keep pretending it's normal.
Okay, so you go to the bar.
What I've been doing. Excuse me.
Hey, quick question.
Yeah.
Does anybody tend to report like hearing and seeing things that nobody else sees or hears?
Got a gold tooth. You can see it now. Yeah, that's a pretty common occurrence. Most of the time, people just ignore it and just sort of the vibe of the place. I assume you get used to it.
Well, okay then.
Usually pretty
Well-
enjoyable if you're not thinking about it too much.
Okay. Just making sure. If it's normal, then there's no problem.
Yeah, as long as you don't hear that comedy act, I think you'll be fine. He starts cleaning a mug.
At that, Lamia like kind of sinks against the bar.
Tough break, sweetheart.
All right, cool. Thank you. I am.
Good luck,
Here-
you'll need it.
She actually go ahead. I'm just going to go ahead and head on back. Here's a gold. I'm gonna go away. Have a great
Just-
night, sir.
You just give him a gold piece.
Yep.
He looks a little shocked. Thank you kindly. Start
Yeah,
scaring
so-
patrons more often.
Yeah, so Lamia will head back to the bar and like, hey, so yeah, no, what you guys are hearing is perfectly fine and normal. I guess just keep chilling with your music. I'm gonna
I
go
have
ahead
the
and
like
head back.
most blasé, like, did I look worried face of all time? Like, I could not look more unimpressed by like random music, even if it was terrifying. I have managed to just be like, yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and head back. Give Rahala my love, and I'm gonna go to bed. I've been tired all day anyway.
Oh, you're leaving. Okay, wait, no, I'll just stop performing. Nah, everybody come back, please. Oh shit. Oh fuck, my mom's gonna kill me.
Damn it! At that, she'll stop and like, no, keep going.
No, I'll tell less Ulish jokes. What about oranges? Has anybody even seen those? I don't think they're real as you're walking out of the coin collar.
All right, that one is kind of funny. Not to Lamia, but to me.
Anyway, also Lamia roll will save.
Yeah. All right. Let's see how awful I do today. I haven't rolled a 1 yet, so this is gonna be my 1. Any modifiers?
Nope.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh God,
you did
no! It's the opposite of 1.
Leave it behind. You go back
Oh, yeah,
into
I
the
guess
rain.
He
and it all
could have
feels
followed
normal.
me.
It feels a little. I don't want to say depressing when you leave. Maybe a little. There's this just weird sense. It's almost like that kind of that like sort of just that kind of just downturn you get when you like get to see like a friend you haven't seen in a long time. You have a great time, and then like you finally leave, and you're like, oh god, I have to go to work. Like, there's just this like, oh fuck, dude, all the cool shit's happened now. It's behind me. There's almost that same kind of just shift in energy as you leave. It's palpable. But anyway, so you head back to the inn and go to sleep for the night. But we'll move ahead since you guys aren't phased by hearing odd music. Eventually, as you're sitting there drinking, Suddenly, there is a boom, 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 boom from the stage. It sounds like it's like a big bass, like a large, like a big, like tight, like skin drum. Being like a timpani almost. Um, and you see that there is someone as behind the curtain as they pull open, standing back there, wearing what looks like this like strange looking mask with all this dark hair coming out of the top of it that's kind of just floating a little bit. You can tell they're wearing like all black, so most people probably cannot see that there's a person kind of behind it, other than you seeing the raising of like the big sticks they use to hit the drum that you can just also barely see. Eli, how much dark vision do you have again?
I want to say it's 30 feet.
It's 30 feet.
But let me
And you're
double check.
fairly close to the stage, I believe.
Yeah, it
you
is
guys
30 feet.
sit-
Correct.
Okay. So yeah, your dark vision reaches, and you can just kind of see like the outline of this person in like a onesie. So it loses a little bit of the effect, but like you can still appreciate it. But they bang the drum again after a minute, and you can hear the conversation just slowly dropping in volume. By now, Rahala has arrived, but she was kind of immediately beset upon by a bunch of people. So she had like several different conversations. She finally kind of just made it to your table. You have like some quick conversation before all this occurs. And slowly it goes very, very quiet. And you see the masked person just standing there for a bit. Boom. Hits the drum one more time, and there's this kind of odd reverberation through the room on that last one. On the stroke of midnight, we begin. The tradition in the Coincaller to share our stories of woe, concern, suspicion, and hopefully terror. Moves the sticks down to his sides. So I ask, as I do on every weekend at the stroke of midnight, who first will share? See a hand go up kind of in the back. Hi! Drummond! Drummond! Boom, 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 boom. Keeps banging the drum. Yeah, he gets up really quickly and like runs up there. But as soon as he gets like all the way to the top of the stage, the guy with the stick stops. Kind of does like a bowing motion. The stage is yours. He takes a step back and you see the mask disappear into the darkness. Man, Drummond looks like a maybe in his early 20s, a little bit disheveled. You can see his hair's a little bit mussed up. He looks just north of drunk. He kind of fixes his jacket. Hello, good evening, Coincaller. I am Drummond of Hearth Rosim. I am going to tell you the story that my father told me when he was journeying in the north area of Songuk. Not quite the Frost Wild, not quite the central region of the Cradle. He told me this story, sorry. He told me the story of a beast born of man, of man's hunger. He told me the story of the dreaded, flame-footed, flame-footed Wendigo. That's all. And he starts walking up the stage. And someone kind of near the front on the other end, as like they seem to be waiting, like they're expecting him to turn around and like give him a gotcha, but he's just like stumbles down the stairs. Someone on the side is just, oh, boo! And like a few other people start booing. But then the mask returns. Doom, doom, doom. Disappointing. But the night is young. Drummond, you'll have to try harder next time. I would much like to hear the story of the flame-footed Wendigo and its hunger for the flesh of its own. But let's move on, shall we? I don't see a scared face in this crowd. Who next will tell a tale?
I got like 90% of mine. I can probably BS the end of it.
All right, one of y'all's gonna have to come up because I ain't got nothing else.
Okay.
I got 10 minutes of prep today, okay?
I'll raise my hand. I'm kind of nervous.
He points the stick at you, waiting for your name.
Samuel Goodbean.
Doom, doom, Samuel! Doom, 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 doom. Keeps banging it till you come up.
Yeah, I come up, yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of look.
As soon as you get up there, he stops. The floor is yours. Disappears.
This is a story my grandpa used to tell us. It's an old farmer had a scarecrow stolen out of his plot, and he went into town and he found nobody had one until he went to a traveling salesman who had all sorts of interesting items, and among them was this scarecrow with a beautiful porcelain face and a horsehair wig done up in a bun with a straw hat. And made an offer on it because he just needed something to stick out in his field. And the salesman warned him, yes, this will keep, pests and intruders out of your yard, but be sure to always face it away from your home.
Pause.
Yep.
Pause there. I want you to, I know you probably don't have any perform skill.
Yeah. I probably
but I
don't.
need you to roll a charisma check.
I don't have perform.
Yeah, I didn't think so. We're just kind of keep it as a gauge for like what the
How
crowd
good is
seems so far.
Charisma? Flat?
Yep, just flat charisma check. Very good.
16.
The
I
only
should probably share this with you to make sure it's not too long.
You're fine.
Okay.
The only other, well, it's not like I told you guys to like, have stories. Dave had one, so. But no, as you're starting to tell this story, the hush has returned. There were kind of some mutterings and stuff that were still going a little bit after the other one was kind of a dud. But it's just you and the sound of just like the muffled sounds of the storm outside. You can just barely sort of hear it as a backdrop to your tale. And you can see there are lots of faces kind of looking up at you. Not only do you look different, you're a foreigner, you have like a different manner of speaking, but this is probably a different sort of tale they're hearing, so you do have some interest. Continue.
On his way back, he admired the scarecrow that he had bought and thought it was beautiful, and it would be a shame not to see it. So he put it in the middle of his field, facing his bedroom window, so that way every morning he could wake up and see what work of art he has bought. And that night he went to sleep and woke up, and he noticed that the scarecrow was now on the edge of his field, closest to his window. He knew that somebody had been playing a trick on him, so he marched out there and he went to inspect the field, and sure enough, there were footprints from where it was to now where it lay.
Pause again.
Yep.
You get a reaction in the crowd. You can see kind of them starting to like people get a little bit uncomfortable. They start shifting their seats a little bit as you're talking about the scarecrow, and when they go outside, people get a little nervous, and there's footprints, and there's kind of this settling, like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You get what I'm going for.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Charisma or no?
Not yet. Go ahead. I'm letting that one ride. You're good.
just real quick, before he does his next Christmas trick, can I assist by doing a little bit of like crowd worky stuff where I like nudge around for the next roll? Just
Absolutely. What do you do?
All right.
Do you just
I'm just gonna do like where it's like footprints, like kind of thing, like it's like like the whole like just being extra creepy and like adding a little bit onto it.
There were size 9s. No.
Oh my God, of course they were.
No,
give me I'm guessing you don't have any perform skill either.
Nah.
I didn't think so. That's fine. I'll let you use diplomacy. I'll let you use diplomacy here.
Goody gumdrops. Let me roll that sucker.
25. So yeah, you'll get a plus. You'll definitely get it. That's more than a 20. You'll get a +3 to your next charisma check, Sam. But it's not yet. Continue.
+3. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He pulled it out of the ground and marched it back to the middle of the field and placed it down, still facing his window. He went about his day, and that night he went back to sleep. He awoke the next morning. He woke up and he looked out the window and now was sitting outside of his field, merely a few yards from his window. And this time he grew concerned. Went out there and tentatively approached it and it seemed fine. And sure enough, there were still footprints on the ground. Shrugged and he pulled it up and he now placed it out in the middle of his field again. He went about his day as normal. That night he went to sleep. Woke up again the next morning. And he woke up, he noticed a shadow in his window. Got a great shock. The scarecrow was...
Roll.
Okay.
+3.
+3 performance.
It's charisma.
Charisma.
Yeah. Because it's the same, because you don't have any skill in perform. So.
Eh.
14. No, you're keeping them.
Okay.
You're keeping them
Okay.
there. Sorry, continue. I think I may have interrupted you at a bad part.
No. Great shock. Noticed a shape in his window. Yelled out at it, stringing curse words I dare not repeat, and noticed it was the scarecrow. Now, Straw Hat had gone missing. There seemed to be scratches at the window on the panes.
You hear from the crowd, you just hear someone go, "Oh, what the fuck?"
This time he grew scared.
Small mutters.
And he tentatively went outside and inspected the scarecrow, hand shaking out as he grabbed the rod, holding it into the ground, pulled it up, looking at it. Still beautiful as ever, long black hair still up in a bun, hat nowhere to be found. This time he grew scared and he went to his shed and he placed it inside the shed and locked and chained the door shut.
Pause here. When you're talking about long black hair up in a bun, you notice several people looking at Rahala now. She's just watching. She's got like a big smile on her face. She seems like she doesn't notice that some people are like, what was that about? Why do you have the hair of the scary scarecrow? Dave, are you doing anything to assist? It's also the other pause. Anything else?
Yeah, on this one, actually, I want to like nudge Rahala and see if I can get her attention because I want her to go to the back of the room and see if we can like literally jump scare somebody on the next one.
Oh man!
I will just
bluff check here.
Yeah, because of that incredible coincidence. Oh yes. This is what I need Nat 20 for.
Yes.
Scaring
This is-
unwitting bar patrons.
Yes. Wherever would you ever need a 20 ever again?
So you easily get her attention. She kind of looks over at you, and just kind of like to the back of the room and like kind of give like a scare people or something like that.
Yeah, I will use prestidigitation as well to enhance her ability to scare them, in that I'm gonna like have it where when she does something just like minor magical effects around her of like kind of like that wind whipping kind of motion where her hair flutters and moves so that it can like let people almost see that like that she is in motion even if she's standing perfectly still, you know, that like trick like she's rushing towards them or something even though she's just literally behind the person.
I will absolutely allow that. So you guys slowly make your way to the back of the room while everybody else is just full focus. Go ahead, Sam. They get to the barn.
chained it shut, locked it. That night he barely didn't get any sleep because the wind was blowing very hard. He could hear it shaking his shed, the chains rattling, something awful. And finally it stopped. He was awoken by a sound in his room. He woke up and he sat up. Sitting at the edge of his bed was a scarecrow, now hair done, hanging over its porcelain face. Grin spread wide. And he screamed.
And right as you say scream,
Yeah.
Rahala has unclipped the bun in her hair and it's painted a big ugly smile across her face in her black lipstick and just jumps into the middle of the room and screams. So Sam,
gosh.
I'm gonna let you roll this charisma check, this time with a +4.
Okay.
Or actually, sorry, a +5. +5, because that was an natural 20, so.
Ooh. At least it wasn't a 1.
It was so close to being a 20, though.
I know, so close.
That would have been so good.
It wasn't a 1. That's the good part there. So, so what happens is you didn't notice that Eli and Rahala had moved. So when you get to that part, right as you say scream, and Rahala just sort of appears, hair like whipping in this wind that's not in the room. It's just this fucking big, nasty looking grin across her face, just shrieks like a banshee. It scares the shit out of you all of a sudden.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So you also scream and kind of like almost lose your balance, like stagger back.
I'll say I'll fall over. Yeah.
Just-
Yeah.
So the room erupts into several people going, "What the fuck?" Like all like moving chairs and stuff, tables like just, across the across the floor, and some people like grabbing it and moving it because they just hands locked up when they tried to run away.
Oh my gosh. I am doing that thing where I'm trying not to laugh out loud, so I am shaking violently. Like I look like I'm holding a jackhammer because I'm shaking so hard trying not to laugh out loud at people.
Rahala just screams, and then she does like an evil laugh with like the hands out, and then it just devolves into her just laughing, like kind of doubled over, wiping her face. People are just, "Oh god damn it! I spilled my drink!"
I wait for it to die down because there is a little ending.
And there's this uproar, and you kind of compose yourself. People see that you're still standing up there, and Rahala's just clasped her hands to her mouth and has moved back to the table. It's kind of sorry.
Give a thumbs up.
Oh yeah, I sit down as like low five, like trying to be like, you know, like as nonchalant as possible.
About a week later, the farmer's son arrives at his farm. The crops are overgrown, but nothing's taken. You know, everything looks ready to harvest, and he does not see his father. But all he can see is 2 scarecrows in the middle of the field, facing each other. And I bow. Yeah. Yeah.
There's some scattered applause, but you can tell most people are just kind of like, "I don't like scarecrows now."
I'm definitely clapping. I'm like,
Hey.
There's some people who are applauding. There's some people who are just like really, like very unnerved by that.
A little bit of chew-on action going on. Yeah, long time.
Yeah. But
Also a little Jeepers Creeper. But
yeah, I got what you're putting down.
yeah.
I got what you're putting down. So then, as you
it turned him into a scarecrow. No.
as you give a bow, doom, doom, doom behind you, the man in the mask reappears. Well done, Samuel Goodbean. Well done. Go enjoy your free drink at the bar, courtesy of the Coincaller. Tell your friends the best ale in town, if you're brave enough to have it. Get off the stage.
No. tippy tap all the way over to the bar.
So he will call for the next person. Eli, do you want to tell your story tonight, or are you wanting to save it?
Yeah, I'll tell it. I can do it in 20 minutes.
Who is next?
I'll stand up and just kind of like saunter on the stage very casually.
Ooh, I want to try that one with the bear on the label.
Bear. The bear. Anyway, so
The beer.
yeah, come up. He does the same thing.
God damn it.
Beer. You get up to the stage. He stops.
Okay.
Does the bow. The stage is yours.
Thanks.
And he kind of, as he's fading back, you hear him say, "Might be a tough act to follow." Disappears.
I kind of like, I just grab a chair and I pull a chair out on the stage and set it down. Very casually, like slow. I take my jacket off. I put it on the back of the chair. I kind of do a little stretch. I light a candle and I set it down in front of me. And I sit down in the chair.
As soon as you set that candle down, though, let's see. Oh God, I fucked it up. Hold on. I wasn't supposed to click that. I didn't mean to.
Music?
No, the screen. It did a bad. It wasn't supposed to do a bad.
Oh no! I've been cut off. Okay.
I think I fixed it. I think I fixed it. I fixed it. Okay. Okay. Anyway. So Panda and Molly, please roll me 1d20 plus 0. These are wisdom checks for other people, not for you guys. For other people in the tavern.
You said a D20 what?
Just 1d20.
Yeah.
Plus 0.
Hey! That person's effed.
I want everybody to roll low because it makes it creepier.
We did! 152.
Yes.
Non-combat night, thank God.
I rolled my one. Rolled my
Right?
one for this week.
So you set the candle down, and immediately people are starting to notice your shadow isn't doing what it's supposed to.
Yes.
Would you like to describe what Mr. Alduin is doing?
So as I sit down and I pull the chair up and I sit and I put my arms like right on the armrest like this, the shadow, like as soon as the candlelight hits me, it blooms up behind me, and it's very much like the mouth opens. You can see through the, shadows are solid black, but in this one you can't, and it's like fangs and fully fanged out, and its arms just kind of like reach around me as if to like encompass me in the shadow as I sit down to tell the story.
You see people who were like sitting at tables literally just like get up. You see somebody like, nope. And some people just walk out. Like,
I like
gold
wave my hand like this and cast penumbra on myself too. So even though the candle is directly in front of me and I should be in light, the shadow over encompasses me. So I am now like a shadowed form to them with penumbra in front of me.
Yeah, so some people just leave after that first scare, and now this. They're like, not tonight, not tonight. I gotta work in the morning.
Lamia left though, right?
Lamia left.
Okay.
So I'm shadowed, and I'm just like, I'll tell you a story that I was told as a young lad of the Harvester of Souls, and I'm in shadow. So as I'm speaking, Alduin's mouth is moving as if it is the one talking.
Holly seems very entertained by this. She also, when you sit back down, Sam, she's like, "You did a really good job.
Thank you. That story's
that was the first time you've done this before."
The moral of that story is always follow instructions. That's what my grandpa would always say afterwards.
I'm gonna ignore that part. It's better without it.
The moral of the story is follow instructions, kid.
You say to the spellcaster who makes up her own spells.
Yeah.
But yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Okay. In a land far away from here, populated by people not so different from us, there was a time of decadence and celebration, where all rules were forgotten and everyone seemed to throw caution to the wind, cavorting happily throughout their days, working little, and enjoying the pleasures of life. One day, as people were at a sporting arena enjoying a common day of gladiatorial games, A battle was taking place. A young woman fending off and fighting many men. She slew them easily and quickly, bringing her glaive to bear, slicing through them like they were nothing. As she saluted the crowd with her bow, a shadow soon fell across the crowd, engulfing the entire arena.
Pause. Charisma check. I'm going to give you, because of Sam's already really successful run and all of your ambient setup, give you a +4.
All right.
Double +2s. Jeez. Okay, yeah. You say a shadow fell over the crowd. People are now looking at themselves to make sure there's no actual weird shadow shit happening to them because of what's happening with you.
Yeah.
A few of them are just completely enraptured, kind of in this like hunkered, like, yeah, what happened next? Go ahead.
Soon the shadow took form. It was no longer just a darkening of the sun. It was living, breathing, stalking. And as I'm doing that, like, Alduin's starting to expand more as he's speaking. It carried with itself a reaper, a hewer of men, a scythe to rival all those. And it just like extends out. You can see across the wall, it's now this just giant, like, twinned scythe. It's not like a harvesting scythe would be. It's like got a huge blade on one end and like a smaller blade on the back end. And it's just like, as the shadow fell across the crowd, in breaths and gasps, men and women died to and from. And it's just like, as it reaped across the crowd, it took all life. Excuse me. As I'm doing this, the shadow moves the scythe across itself, so it like kind of goes along, like from one end of the crowd to the other.
Your chair
in that
scoot
gesture.
back.
Yeah. This brave gladiatrix, champion of the arena, stood proud against the shadow. A solitary champion of the light. She faced it down, bringing to bear all her skill and strength. Soon, though there was no other souls left alive in the arena, she stood victorious, the shadow banished. She alone stood in the arena. And as she left, she tried to find others, anyone, alive in the city. But everywhere she walked, in her wake, there was nothing but death. No living people of any stripe, variety, race, creed. As soon as she walked by, they all fell dead. To the ends of the earth she journeyed, looking for anyone, anything, but everywhere that walked around her, silence. She brought with her a storm of death and destruction at every step. She couldn't figure out why, she couldn't figure out how. Surely a plague of doom had not reached everyone living but her. It couldn't be that. No. Till one day, she crossed the continent. She met an intrepid band of 5 motley adventurers.
Okay. Go another charisma here. This one at +2.
All right.
Oh yeah, you have. What's your fucking bonus?
Yeah, I have +5.
You have +5. That's right. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, people are sticking to this. You hear some people muttering some things in the crowd, like they're like guessing stuff. They're, oh no, the shadow's her. Wait, no, it's not. He's talking about the Chavakea. No, that wasn't the lady at the Chavakea. It was just like people just like theorizing stuff, and some of them were like, shut the fuck up. Eventually it's quiet again. Go ahead.
These
Intrepid
these
band.
intrepid adventurers brought to bear the weapons against her. Confused and mildly amused, this undefeated gladiatrix of great renown took on all of them, defeating them easily. They were no challenge to her. She parried swiftly, ducked lively, and slashed, with skill and strength.
Slashily. Slap.
They were all dead in the sand before her. That is when she realized that she was still not alone. Shadow, it clung to her. It lived with her, in her. And at this, Alduin's gonna shrink down behind me more, so he's just right over top of me. But again, it's still doing all of the speaking.
Mm-hmm.
So she turned, trying to fight the shadow, trying to bring light to it. And as she attempted to battle it, she realized she could do it no harm, bring no doom to it. For her soul was collected by it, part of it already. It had owned her, killed her in the arena, without her knowledge, of course.
Samuel kind of gasps.
Devoured everything. And then as I say devoured everything too, his mouth gets wider and bigger, even though he stays the same size.
Charisma. +2.
All right. Wherever my mouse went there. My cursor disappeared on me. There we go.
Okay, yeah. What is with your rolls tonight, Dave? Jesus.
I don't know. I'm not rolling like me, that's for sure.
Kill it. Okay, go ahead. Bring it home.
So, realizing she is now part of the shadow, part of the devourer of souls, the reaper of worlds, she then decided to bring her skills to bear in a reaping, scything torrent of doom and destruction. But there's no one else to kill. No one else. No other souls to reap. All had been gone. All had been lost. In the darkness of this shadowy realm. What purpose in life did she have now, without being a warrior, a fighter, a killer? Who's to know? But the last opponent, the only one that mattered, and the one she could never defeat, the rising sun. As the sun rose, it burned away the shadows, burned across the land, blazing anew to an empty world where no one lived, not a soul survived, but in every sunlight, in every building, in every structure, there lives a shadow. And as I say that, the shadow comes down from me and goes across and forward into the crowd, as pushed as far forward against the candle as well as possible. And if I can, I'm just going to and blow out the candle right when that happens too.
Okay. Last roll. This one I'll give you a +4. Because you've been fucking rolling like crazy.
I know I have. It's nuts. Whoop. Here's the 1.
See if...
No, that's even better roll.
What the shit, dude? Okay. So you blow the candle out. And for a moment, the whole room goes dark. You think someone may have had some help in there, because it's not just your candle that goes out. All the little dimly lit lanterns also just go out all of a sudden. So for a moment, it's just pitch black in the room. And you hear a few people, you hear like some chairs knock over. So a few people, oh fuck, like jump up when the lights all go out at that point, and there's some general kind of very brief, sharp uproar, and then the lanterns all light again, and you see a few people are kind of standing up, and some of them start to clap. A few people kind of laugh and sit back down. Some of them go back to their drinks and stuff, and this round of applause goes for a moment, and then doom, doom, doom behind you. Thank you very much, Eli.
I just pick up the chair and walk off with the chair and set it down. Real casual.
Of Alderwin Logistics and Retrieval.
I just like very much do the like wave like like you would if
Gives you
someone
kind of
just
a
like
thumbs
pointed
up.
to like an ad like straight up like the energy is a bus bench ad of like that.
It seems they can find more than lost kittens, items, and grapes. They can find the terror in the hearts of the denizens of the Coincaller. For tonight, I think we'll close the curtain and blow out the candles and let all of you have a safe good night. It just touches the stick to the top of the drums, and the curtains close, and the lights slowly rise back up in the Coincaller. There's a table kind of behind you guys' table. This guy who's sitting there, you can see kind of like a younger, like fit looking Lucana man sitting there with like what you believe to be his partner, a kind of lively built Vishkanya man. They're sitting pretty close and stuff. And he's like, "None of it was scary, babe. Don't worry. I'll keep you safe. We'll just finish our drinks and we'll go. Maybe we'll get a group." It's like his hand just shaking.
I'll lean
good
over
story,
to
man. Good
Hala
story.
real quick. Yeah, just that. I'll lean over. Didn't he like push his girlfriend towards you when you jumped out? I'm pretty sure I saw that.
I watched it. I think that's his boyfriend also. I don't know.
Well,
I think
whatever
the skinny
it
one
is,
might be tougher. He didn't flinch.
Yeah, he definitely pushed someone towards you, and I thought that was the funniest thing I've ever seen.
I was thinking about calling it out, but innocent fun. It's fine. Poor thing. I hope they are safe at night. Probably more danger from him being so shaky than anything else.
Right?
Where'd Lamia go? I thought she was coming.
Well, she decided to turn in early for the night. The weird noises about this place kind of had her a little irritated. Apparently, she heard that like really terrible comedy act.
Someone said something about that. Yeah.
That's what she was saying. She was hearing somebody make things that aren't jokes, but are words that are supposed to be jokes, but aren't.
Oh, that's probably scarier than any ghost, honestly. I guess I can't blame her for leaving. I haven't heard that one. I've heard people complain about it, but no, I heard a really nice opera the other day. That was really cool.
That's the one I was hearing tonight. It was quite
Really?
lovely. Yeah.
I'm not really as familiar with music, but it's very interesting. I like it. But now I suppose it's probably as good a time as any to get out of here. I suppose probably all have work to do in the morning now.
Yeah, we're supposed to be going and dealing with those bandity folks with the, Avarok. So
Fun. Well, best of luck. Do you stay safe doing that?
Mm-hmm. You too.
I'm not doing
at least
that.
No, just there's something unsettling about this place. It's normal.
He just YouTubed the same way that it's like when you're at a restaurant, they're like, "Have a nice meal, sir." And you're you too. Ah, shit. It's that same energy.
Same thing.
Same energy.
Like, here's
Like,
your change.
Damn.
But you guys break off for the night. Lamia.
Oh man.
So you went to go to sleep.
My will
Will-
save.
Will save.
Where the heck? There it is. All right. I already rolled my 1 tonight, so
It's a
All right,
2.
there's a
It's not a
2.
1.
It's not a 1. It is low. But man, do you have another dope ass dream. Fucking running with this big ass wolf and this freaking tiger. There's a lion with you guys now. There's this huge fucking bird. It's so big. It's like eclipsing you all in shadow, so you're like extra stealthy, and everything's gonna be looking up, so they're not gonna see you all fucking running towards them ready to eat. You were super hungry too. You were so hungry. Like, you can't stop salivating. You know, whatever you're chasing is gonna be so delicious. And hopefully there's enough for all of you, because if there's not,
God bless.
hey, y'all gonna have to scrap. They're gonna have to tear. They're gonna have to like really put up some fights to get that liver, because that's what you're after. That's what you're really craving. All those
Yep.
nutrients.
That
Hell yeah, man.
liver.
But
Full
You know,
of
it's like
iron.
ironic. Yeah, ironic. Like throughout this entire week, I have been wanting like meat.
well, you definitely are now. So, this stream's a little different though.
Oh,
You
no.
fucking reach it. This thing
Oh.
runs into a clearing and it finally wheels around to face you. It's this really plump looking, fucking antelope looking thing. It's got almost like the hindquarters are almost boar like. It's like really stout looking. It's got these really wicked looking horns. It's definitely, you can smell the fear coming off of it. And it's big, but you are not afraid of this thing in the least. You can pick it apart by yourself. But you're all kind of circling this thing, waiting for a moment to jump, waiting for a flinch, a juke, anything. You'd cut it off, take out one of its legs, go for the throat, whatever you've got to do. There's a noise to your right. Something coming out of the trees, but you cut it off. You just move right behind the tiger as it's lunging in for the other creature. Move around that tree and you just grab whatever the fuck this thing is. You hear it. You wake up suddenly. You've torn your door open. You're holding Rahala by the throat.
Oh
There's a moment she's just staring at you, terrified. And it's just this. You just feel these like waves of just adrenaline, like through your body. But you see, you're like, oh shit! And it finally starts to kind of come down off of it. But you can't help but feel like there's this moment of like, even when you knew it was her, kind of wanted to just. But no, she's friendly. She's a friend.
Yep. Yeah.
And if you do that, then she's not going to be around more
Mm-hmm.
to be friendly. So you start to calm down. Were you having a bad dream?
No, I didn't even realize I was sleepwalking.
Okay. Can you let go of my throat, please?
Oh God, I'm so sorry. Yes.
Didn't mean to startle you. I may have knocked a bit too loud. I just wanted to make sure you got home safe. Or to the inn safe.
Yeah.
Well, I can see that you're probably the most terrifying thing in the nearby radius, so I'm sure you'll be alright. She starts to slowly back away. You have a good night.
You too. I'm sorry.
Don't worry about it. Yeah. Just very quickly moves away.
Lamia does not go back to sleep in the inn. She goes outside. Tries to find a place just that's comfortable, but not an inside place.
Okay. Roll a survival check real quick.
Boop, 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 boop. Any negatives?
Nope.
Okay.
20. That is more than enough to get along in the wild. You walk out into the rain for a little while. Still just in, like, whatever your night clothes are. Barefoot. maybe you grabbed a weapon just in case. You just stalk your way kind of down the street. You don't really see any people or anything. It's just raining like crazy, so visibility is terrible. You finally make your way to like this patch of woods that have sort of encroached into part of the city. Sort of like navigating there where you kind of can't see any buildings anymore or hear people or any of that stuff, where it's just you and the rain and the woods. And you finally relax. And you get a good night's sleep. But that's where we'll end the session this time. Yay! We got through it. Probably not fail any more of those checks.
It'd be nice. Be nice. Thanks everybody for being here tonight.
Yes, thank you everyone. Thank you.
Yes, I know what my next beat's gonna be.
Third session.
What?
In a row.
No way. Can't believe it was that fast.
I know, right? But yeah.
So next week we'll either be playing something or you'll be doing your tabletop discussion.
Yeah, we'll probably be doing Make a TTRPG next week, probably, unless for some reason that's not possible, but I don't see why that would be the case. And then after that, we'll pick back up. And I guess we will open our next session with you guys getting your job and probably setting out for getting onto that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess you'll do the side job as well, but still, that won't take long. That won't take too long.
Yeah. We even got our map marked. If we can't find it, then wow, we just really are bad at directions.
Few rolls and we'll be done with that one. So yeah. Till next time, everyone. Thanks again. We're gonna go ahead and move to that there exit screen.
Whoop.
Where we are now.
Yay! Have a good night,
Exiting.
everybody.
Bye.
I guess I'll play
Have a
some music
beautiful
for the
time.
outro.
Like, subscribe, bother your friends to do the same.
Yeah, definitely do that part.
Yeah, for shows, for definites.
Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, all those things. If you're on YouTube, Twitch.
Yeah. We need
Tuesdays.
10 more followers.
9 p.m. CST.
Hug your parents.
Every week.
We straight up need 10 more followers to hit affiliate.
Just create dummy accounts. I don't care. Do it.
No.
And you will get to learn what the secret is as soon as we get to affiliate. So yeah.
The secret that we all know.
The
That
secret
they
that
know.
everyone knows except for the
But
them.
you don't. And with that, we will draw the curtain to close.
Except
I realized I should have just read the bear rules for my scary story.
Oh, jeez.
Oh god.
Who are we rating?